Hold on. Oh, whoop. Did it again. Hello, everyone. I'm Metis Balaska, and welcome to the stream. So, if you're wondering why I'm using the Tamamo model right now, you will find out on Sunday. So, yeah, last time on Fate's Stay Night, we met Saber. We went to the church, talked to the ever disturbing Kyrie, and then we got attacked by Elia and her servant Berserker, who turns out to be the hero Heracles. So that wasn't good, and we died again. Yeah, and I got a book in my brain now. We'll be checking information on that at the end of each stream. So, without further ado, let us get to the game. Yeah, see, we got information now. Weapon. And we can look up information on the servants. I can already feel myself getting less and less stressed once Tosaki leaves. My feverish body is suddenly overcome with exhaustion, and I collapse to the floor. I lie on my side and try to ignore the nausea creeping back over me. The ticking of the clock echoes throughout the quiet living room. A battle between masters, huh? I still don't understand what the heck that is. All I know is that I don't know much. It may have felt more real to me if I was even a little more interested in the Holy Grail. I don't know what it is, but the only thing I can feel for the Holy Grail is disgust. A grail that supposedly grants wishes. I don't know what it is exactly, but it's an artifact powerful enough to summon servants. It may not grant every wish, but it's more than valuable enough for a mage. And yet, I have no interest. I might be skeptical because it doesn't feel real to me, but I also feel it's not fair to take a shortcut like that. Plus, it doesn't sit well with me, knowing that the selection process is just battle. Yet this is a game of musical chairs. No matter how I feel about it, I feel I'll need to overcome my competition and to survive now that I'm involved. And one of the methods to get rid of the competition could be to involve and harm other innocent people. That's why my reason to fight in the Holy Grail War is not to survive and win. It is to do everything I can to stop those who will try to win by any means necessary. I feel dizzy again. That's not surprising. No matter how much my body appears to be healed, it was nearly split in half just a few hours ago. This feeling isn't going anywhere anytime soon. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if I felt this way for the rest of my life. I was nearly killed 3 times in one day. There's no denying that someone with no power will wind up hurt if they participate in battle. My own ineptitude nearly cost me my own body. Then that girl got hurt trying to protect me. Ugh. I try to sit back up. Right, her! I can't believe myself. I completely forgot about her because Tosaka had settled herself up in my living room. Maybe it's more that I was just avoiding thinking about her. I'm such a coward. I was avoiding thinking about the girl who was bleeding miserably, even though I was the reason she got hurt in the first place. I can't believe Tosaka left out the most crucial point. I shoved myself back up to my feet. Tosaka never said anything about Saber. The only thing she said was that she and Saber brought me home, but she didn't elaborate. The first thing I should have asked was whether the girl was safe, since Berserker wounded her. I suppress my nausea as I make my way through the mansion. Saber is nowhere to be found. I even checked the detached guest rooms, but I can't find her. That's weird. That armor isn't exactly camouflage. Even so, a fully armed and armored Saber, it still eludes me. Supposedly, the servants can turn into spirit forms, but unfortunately she can't with me. No, first of all, even though I'm called a master, I don't know anything about her. I don't even know what Saber is or how servants are able to exist. This is like a soldier. It's like a new soldier suddenly gets awarded with a tank. But what's fortunate is that this tank has an autopilot. Even if the soldier is incompetent, the tank will run on its own. I bang my head against the pillar, frustrated by my own thoughts. What's with these negative thoughts, you idiot? You're whining. I apologize to the blonde girl internally. Right now, I need to find her and see if she's okay. She's not here either. I looked around the entire house. It's the size of a traditional Japanese inn, but I played hide and seek with Fujini when I was a kid, so I know the most efficient way to search it. She must be in the dojo or the shed if she isn't in the house itself. The yard, the shed, or... She told me she was going to protect me, so she's not likely to leave the house. Hey, maybe she's... I suddenly remember another place. If she's not in the house, the yard, or the shed where we first met, there's another building within the compound. That's where she'll be. I head over as quick as I can. My destination is the Kendo dojo in the detached building. I'm getting a little nervous. If she's not there, I'll have to accept that she's just disappeared. I realize something. I have no clue who she is, but I still want her to be here. I enter an enclosed room, completely absent and any ornamentation. It's not a room to live in, and it's a dojo designed only for training, with a tranquil room lit by the sun. She sits as if she's always belonged there. The place is hushed, serene. The sunlight coming in is white and untainted, allowing the girl to be one with the dojo. It's the same girl who wielded her sword without hesitation, protecting me from Lancer last night under the moonlight. That golden mane of hers, which had soaked in blue-white moonlight, now glitters in the sunlight. And then I remember, this is exactly how I felt when I first saw her. She was clad in armor, wielding her sword, and silently overwhelming the enemy. The extraordinary sight of her isn't what surprised me. In fact, it didn't matter how she looked. Even if she'd been covered in mud, I don't think my reaction would have been different. The girl who had so moved me He is still right here in front of me. I just admire her, forgetting even to breathe. To hell with being a master and the Holy Grail War. In this moment, I have completely accepted the girl called Saber. I don't know how much time elapsed. Saber opens her eyes as if waking from a slumber. Oh. I sound disappointed and my voice echoes through the dojo in silence. Saber notices and stands up without making a sound. She walks towards me before I can think of what to say. Her voice is serene. Something rich and calm about her voice hangs in the air. Yeah, I just woke up. Good. That's for being a dumbass. I managed to answer her at least. No, that's the power of horny. No, I'm fine. I feel really good. I recoil from her. I avert my eyes and try to get my heartbeat back under control before my chest bursts. Get a hold of yourself. Why are you getting worked up like this? I take a deep breath, but I don't think this feeling is going away anytime soon. Man, why did she have to change? Saber's appearance is drastically different from yesterday. Her outfit is now so ordinary in stark contrast to her armor. Her appearance takes me by surprise. She seems more real, which confuses the hell out of me. Seriously, she's drop-dead gorgeous. I mean, I saw that yesterday, but it's actually setting in now. As soon as we make eye contact, I can feel my nervousness grow. Then again, I wasn't looking everywhere for her to just to stay silent. It's uncontrollable, and I can't let it be awkward forever. Saber, right? This is actually the first time we've sat down to talk. I bite the bullet, but then. Dumbass! It would be so friggin' hilarious if Saber just suddenly said that. She interrupts me, obviously displeased, making her earlier calm hard to fathom. Sure, what is it? ですから昨夜の件です。シロは私のマスターでしょう。そのあなたがあのような行動をしては困る。戦闘は私の領分なのですから、シロは自分の役割に徹してください。自分から無駄死にをされては、私でも守りようがない。Saber doesn't miss words. Her clipped tone is enough to make me forget my anxiety. What the hell? If I hadn't intervened, you'd have been cut in half. その時は私が死ぬだけでしょう。シロが傷つくことではなかった。繰り返しますが、今後あのような行動はしないように。マスターであるあなたが私をかばう必要はありませんし、そんな理由もないでしょう。It's true. A master's role is to stay out of battle. Well, Iori in Samurai Revenant was an exception because he was taught the ways of the samurai and could use magecraft. The girl speaks frankly. She's very clerical. What? Don't be stupid. I don't need a reason to protect the girl. The words just pop out before I can think about it. Saber stiffens, as if surprised to see me upset at her. I find myself taking a step back under her severe expression. Now I just feel embarrassed, like I've said something incredibly tone-deaf. Anyway, thanks for taking me home. I appreciate that.
それはどうも。サーバントがマスターを守護するのは当たり前ですが、感謝をされるのは嬉しい。シロは礼儀正しいのですね。
I don't think I'm particularly polite, actually. There's something more pressing that I need to bring up. Something I should have asked as soon as I got home yesterday. Is she willing to be my servant? And is she really all right with fighting and with me in this war? Let's get back on topic, Saber. Oh, I can call you Saber, right?
はい。サーバントとして契約を交わした以上、私はシロの剣です。その命に従い、敵を撃ち、あなたを守る。
Saber does not hesitate in the slightest to give her answer. Her tone leaves no room for doubt. You're on my sword, huh? To win the Holy Grail thing?
シロはそのために私を呼び出したのではないのですか?
No, I went out summoning you because I couldn't just tell her it was a big weird coincidence. And actually, I didn't even summon her. Saber just happened to appear when I was in trouble and saved me. And here we are. I became Saber's master and got looped in this battle to the death, this Holy Grail war. I didn't choose any of this. I'm still just an apprentice mage who got caught up in battle beyond my abilities. So what about it? I'm already resolved to fight no matter what. There's no point in me crying over my situation now. I shake my head, trying to stop myself from whining. No more of that. I've already said I'd fight. I can't just drop everything and run. This will be the last time I whine aloud or think negatively. No matter how I get involved, I decided to fight.
Shiro.
It's nothing. But I need to warn you, your chances of winning are pretty slim with me. I don't have any knowledge or power like Tosaka. We could very well end up in another situation like last night. Are you still okay with that?
それは戦う意志がないということですか?
I have the will to fight. I'm only asking if you want to team up with me, knowing how slim the odds are. How I got to this conclusion doesn't matter. All that matters is that I've decided to fight this battle. That's why. I don't think it's right for someone to get hurt on my behalf. Even if I'm weak, having Saber fight and having her hurt like that, I can't stand that happening again.
私のマスターはあなたです、シロ。これはどうあっても変わらない。サーバントにマスターを選ぶ自由はないのですから。
She's right. That is the whole reason Saber is my servant. If it's true, I need to respect Saber's need and actions as best I can. Got it. Then you're okay with me being your master?
ですがシロ、私のマスターに敗北は許さない。あなたに賞賛がなければ私が作る。
She is such a Chad.
可能であるすべての手段を用いて、あなたには聖杯を手に入れてもらいます。
To obtain the Holy Grail, Tosaka said servants also have a wish they want granted. Saber is no exception. That's why she hasn't hesitated up to this point. But it's also why. Hold on, Saber. You said at any means possible, right? Does that mean you'll stop at nothing to win? Like you might attack people to gain power? I can't finish my sentence. Saber looks at me as if she's looking at an enemy. Are you a fucking idiot?
シロ、それは可能である手段ではありません。
Oh my god, Foulmouth Saber is going to be a new joke around here. Sure, that is,
私は私が許す行為しかできない。自分を裏切ることは私には不可能です。剣を持たぬ人間に傷を負わせることなど騎士の視界に反します。
Let us ignore what feudal knights and kings did to peasants in the past. I mean, medieval Europe was brutal, right?
ですが、マスターが命じるのであれば従うしかありません。その場合、私に踏み入る代償として、その刻印を一ついただくことになりますが。
I get overwhelmed by the edge in her voice. At the same time, I feel relief flooding in through me. Saber seemed like a robot because of her extraordinary power and lack of hesitation. But I know now she's got some cold-blooded. She's not some cold-blooded killer. Yeah, of course I'm not a cold-blooded killer, you fucking moron. Yeah, I wouldn't make you do anything like that. You better fucking not. Just as you say, we have to do our best with what we can do. I'm really sorry. What I've said must have been insulting.
いえ、私もマスターの意図がつかめずに早合点してしまいました。シロは悪くないのですから、頭を上げてくれませんか?
Huh? Oh, I bowed without realizing it. I raised my head. I don't know what's so funny, but Saber has a small smile on her face. I'm glad she seems happy, so I don't press her. Ah, I forgot to bring this up. In addition to doing everything we can, I've decided to team up with Tosaka for the time being. Remember her, the girl who was with us last night, Archer's master?
リンですか? そうですね。確かにそれは賢明な判断です。シロがマスターとして成熟するまで、彼女には教わるものがあるでしょう。
Plus, she's fucking hot and you're a fucking idiot. I'm just gonna run with the joke for a while. That's a relief. As long as Saber agrees, I can work together with Tosaka without hesitation. The only other thing I need to ask her right now is... That's the first one. But is this a divergent path? Kinda, sorta, but not really. No. That's divergent. Huh. Wait, hold on. That is weird. Maybe I'm too far ahead? Yeah, I'm too far ahead. Okay, so not the first. This one is we get scenes, but one of them gets us a point for Saber. Where'd you get the clothes? I should ask about those clothes she's wearing. So, Saber, I want to ask you something.
Hi. 何か?
Where did you get those clothes? You look completely different than yesterday, so you kind of caught me off guard. Actually, I'm still bewildered. I raided your fucking house, you fucking moron.
リンが用意してくれたものです。私は霊体に戻ることができませんから、せめて人目につかないようにと。
I see, I had no idea.
それが何か?
Nothing. Don't worry about it. I want to tell her they look good on her, but I managed to stop myself. If I said something like that, I'd probably go beet red.
白?
Well, yeah, yesterday's armor. Yeah, I was just wondering what happened to your armor.
それでしたら心配はいりません。武装の有無は自由なので、この服でいるときは外しているのです。あの鎧は私の魔力で編まれたもの。必要に応じて呼び出せます。
I can only respond with amazement. Anyway, there's no doubt she'd draw a lot of attention going around in that armor. Well, we can go around advertising her like a magical girl. It's technically correct, right? But with Saber wearing something like that, I can probably make up some story to the neighbors that she's a distant relative of my old man or something. Well, actually, I have to do that anyway. But then, I hear something hit the floor by the door. What's that? I turn to face the sound. At the door, there's Tosaka, a duffel bag at her feet. What the? My mind comes to a screeching halt. I thought Tosaka had gone home, but here she is, at the dojo with her ordinary clothes. And why is she wearing so much stuff? Why is she carrying so much stuff? What are you doing here, Tosaka?
何って、家に戻って荷物取ってきたんじゃない。今日からこの家に住むんだから当然でしょ。
Oh yeah, you got a point there. Wait, what? What? You're living here in my house? I actually completely forgot that was a thing.
協力するってそういうことじゃない。あなたね、さっきの話って一体何だったと思ったわけ?
That's why it's easier to raid your fridge. Arg. I can't even speak. I need something. I need to say something, or else this is going to turn into a huge mess. But my brain refuses to work.
私の部屋どこ? 用意してないなら自分で選ぶけど。
She just pushes right by me, brashly invading my home. No, hold up. Wouldn't this be wrong? I mean, Tosaka is pretty much the school idol. Having her in my house at all is already a big deal. But I don't know how people will react if she started staying here or living with me. And Fujini would absolutely kill me. And well, maybe this is just a plot on Tosaka's part to get rid of a master.
部屋も用意したら。私のアーチャーと違ってシローのサーバントはかさばるんだから、ちゃんと寝る場所を与えておかないと。まあ布団一組あればノープロブレムって言うんなら別にいいけど。
I told you to get the portable version, but no. What? Is she implying Saber and I sleep in the same bed or something? Like how that's going to happen, idiot? You think you can just say whatever because I'm being quiet? But that isn't even ever happening. Saber's a girl, you know.
論点は違うけど、まあいっか。ですってセイバー。シローは女の子と同じ部屋は嫌だってさ。
Glare. Saber's staring at me. She looks really stern.
困りますシロ。サーバントはマスターを守護するもの。睡眠時は最も警護すべき対象なのですから、同じ部屋でなければ守れない。
While that voice line was playing, I saw Rin's smug ass face. That's even worse. What the hell are you thinking? Should girls really be thinking about that kind of stuff? What are you, a fucking idiot? Of course you are, you fucking moron. Why? Why are the two of them just silently staring at me like that?
サーバントはサーバント。人間扱いする必要はないけどね。シローにそんなこと言っても無駄か。
That anyone in the series ever really does that? I'm about to protest, but I shut my mouth. The discomfort I felt when I was talking to Tosaka in the living room earlier comes brushing back. Actually, I just figured out the cause of my discomfort. Hold on, Tosaka. When did you start calling me by my first name?
あれ、そうだった？意識してなかったから割と前からそうなってたんじゃない？
It's because I've already adopted you, bitch. Get used to it. It didn't happen quickly. At least that's how I felt.
そう。嫌なら気をつけるけど、シローは嫌なの
？Tosaka is so casual about this, not really caring how I feel. You were right, Issei. It's not that Rin Tosaka might be a cruel enchantress. She is one. Hey Christine, and welcome to the stream. How was your day? I'm doing good. Fine, do whatever you want. You can call me whatever you like.
そう？ならそういうことで。
リン、話を切らないでほしい。私とシローの部屋についてまだ結論が出ていない。
Just taking a break from work, and my stream was coming in suggestions, so I decided to hop in and have fun. Well, I hope you enjoy your stay. Thanks for joining us. And by us, I mean me.
ああ、そうだったそうだった。けどシローがこの様子だと相部屋は難しいわね。サーバントを人間扱いしてもいいことなんてないけど、シローが嫌だって言うんだから諦めたら。
Again, not like anyone in the series really, not like anyone in the series really does treat servants like objects. I play mostly story-based games, so RPGs are in the top of that. I haven't played a Souls game on stream yet, but it may come up at some point.
それは違う。シローは困ると言っただけで嫌だとは言っていない。
あたりどうなのシロ？
That devil smile. No, I haven't played Valorant. I've tried Fortnite, but really, battle royales aren't my thing. I have played a bit of Genshin Impact, but I ended up quitting because it was demanding too much of my time. Hold on a minute. I don't understand how in a single day. I don't understand how in a single day she can just start calling me Shiro like a cat she just picked up and named. Thanks for the follow. Like I was saying, she adopted you. Well, that's not really the issue here. This is about Saber's living arrangement.
シロ、もう一度聞きます。睡眠中の警護はサーバントの役割です。マスターとして自分の立場は分かっていると思いますが。
My decision won't change no matter how much she stares at me like that. No, I'll prepare a different room for Saber. I'll make sure her room's closest to mine, and that should be a good compromise. Intimidation won't work on me. Anyway, I'm a man, so I have to draw the line. You need to be more mindful of your position too, Saber. Good lord. I'm glad you're enjoying your time.
ですから、私はサーバントとしてマスターを守護しようと。
No, not that. I'm talking about your own position. If you don't get it, then never mind. If you're going to keep pressing the issue, I'll make you understand. And if I have to use, to use my command spell, that would be a stupid use of a command spell. I have another one I usually do for the series, but like I'm building up to something on Sunday, so I'm using an alternate model. This is my version of Tamamo no Mai. I try to scare Saber off the subject.
そのようなことで令状を使われては困る。3つしかない命令権を自分を守るなどということに使われては先が見えない。
そうね。間違いなくそんなマスターはシローが最初で最後でしょ。
Thanks. I like the idea of a character with the heterochromia. So I combine two usual eye colors. Sure is the first and definitely last master to say something like that. Yeah, sure is a total fucking moron. I'm just totally running with foul-mouthed Saber. Don't be stupid. I wouldn't want to use my command and spell for something like this either.
わかりました。マスターの方針に従います。ですが、敵に襲われた時はどうするのです。アサシンなどは気配なく標的に忍び寄ってくる。そういった時、私が駆けつけるまでにシローは自分を守れるのですか？
Well, first I get a comically oversized mallet. Well, I really can't tell her that I can take care of my. I really can't tell her that I can take care of myself. Dude, you fucking can't. You almost died 3 times in one night. You most definitely can't. Not in this situation. I usually post this when I go live on my socials, which you can check out the commands there. Speaking of which, give me a second. Hello? I was just hopping on a stream in the background. Yeah, I managed to survive against Lancer, but I want to have that kind of luck twice.
それはありえないわね。この屋敷には外敵が侵入すると警報が鳴る結界が貼ってある。襲撃は避けられないけど、奇襲ならすぐに察知できるわ。それならシローが襲われる前に駆けつけられるだろうし、セイバーは好きな部屋に陣取ればいいんじゃない？それは確かにそうですが、しかしなんならシローの部屋の隣でいいじゃない。一緒の部屋でなければいいんでしょ、エミヤくんが。
Tosaka purposely calls me Amiya at the end. Tosaka, that's a bit of a misconception.
あなたのために言ってるんだから正論よ。さーて、それじゃあ私の部屋はどこにしよっかな。
Tosaka takes her luggage and heads towards the mansion, putting an end to the conversation. She seems cheerful, like a student picking her room at a school trip. The story of this game is there's a battle between seven servants and seven spirits called servants and seven mages called masters. And we're one of the ones that were roped into it. How terrifying! The way Tosaka carries herself so self-assuredly mesmerizes the two of us, and we both watch her go in a stunned dismay. We all leave the dojo and head back to the house. For the time being, I need to give them all a tour so Saber can select her room. This is a Japanese-style room. If you head toward the back, you'll find in the living room, bathroom, and other communal spaces. You'll get to the guest house if you walk along the veranda corridor towards the detached side of the house. Seems like Tosaka wants to go that way. Yeah, I really enjoy story-based games. As we walk, I explain where everything is. I'm not sure if she's even listening, since Saber is just following me without reacting to a single thing I say.
屋敷の見取りはいいです。それよりシローの部屋はどこなのですか？
The implications of that. My room is this way. It's pretty far into the house.
そちらに案内してください。内密に話があります。
Privately? That means it's something she doesn't want Tosaka to hear. I don't think Tosaka would hear us since she is in the detached area of the house, but I can't forget that she's still a master. She could just as easily listen in, and besides, the veranda is hardly a place to talk in private. Here, this is my room.
これがシローの部屋ですか？
It's so bland, you fucking idiot! The moment that we step into my room, Saber's eyes widen with surprise. What's wrong? I don't think there's anything around here that should surprise you like that.
いえ、びっくりさせるようなものがないというより、何もないではないですか。本当にここがあなたの部屋なのですか、シロー。
You sure this is your room, fucknuts? I'm just running with that joke. Why would I lie to you about that? I only come here to sleep, so it makes sense nothing's here.
そうですか。意外でした。 シローはもっと雑多な人となりだと思っていましたから。
Saber steps into the Japanese all right. Thanks for joining us, Christine, and enjoy the rest of your day. Saber steps into the Japanese-style room, running her hand along the wall and sliding the paper door, feeling its texture. Her touch is gentle, as if contact with these things will let her learn their history, see their memories.
よかった。寂しい部屋ですが、無下に扱われているわけではない。殺風景ですが、ここはここで暖かい場所なのですね。
Warmth? Well, I guess that's true. Maybe that's how this mansion has been structured. But this room is so cool. This room is cool during the summer and warm in winter. My old man also has expressed and said was impressed and said I chose well.
部屋は持ち主の心象ですから。シローの心の在り方に不安を覚えましたが、これなら今までの印象とそう変わりはしないでしょう。
What does that say about my living space? Saber sounds relieved, but I don't really understand what she's trying to say. So, what did you want to talk to me privately about?
2つあります。そのどちらもシローと私だけの隠し事にしたいのですが、いいですね。
Huh? Well, if you say so, I don't mind, but at least tell me what they are, or else I won't know whether it's good or bad.
どちらも悪い話です。少なくとも他のマスターには知られたくはない。
From Saber's expression, I'm guessing this is something to do with our shortcomings. Okay, I think I got the gist of what's on your mind. Go ahead and tell me what it is.
はい。まず一つ目。召喚されたサーバントの最初の義務なのですが、これを果たせないことを許してほしい。
Huh? A servant's first obligation?
自身が何者であるかをマスターに告げるというものです。リンから聞いてはいませんか？
Yeah, it would actually be a good idea to know a servant's identity, because then you can formulate strategies around them. About who you are. Oh, you mean your real name. Servants are heroic spirits. They are heroes who have made a name for themselves throughout history and around the world. They conceal their identity as well as their skills by using class names. A servant's true name isn't something to reveal lightly, but their masters should know. Without knowing their identity, masters won't know a servant's strength and abilities. Master and servant are one. The pair simply can't battle efficiently if one has something to hide. At least that would be the case if we're talking about the normal master. Knowing Saber's true name wouldn't change the fact that I still can't use her with her full potential, and I wasn't all that interested in the first place. Okay, that's fine, but why?
私なりに考えた結果です。いかにシローが私の身命を隠そうとしても、シローから知識を奪う術は多くあるでしょう。
See, I get the impression that the moment you get shit-faced, you're gonna blurt it out. You're gonna blurt it out like a fucking idiot, because you are a fucking idiot.
シローの魔術抵抗はそう高くありませんから、敵が優れた術者ならば精神介入もたやすい。敵の魔術にかかれば、あなたの意志に反して 私の神明が明かされてしまう。
In fact, even barring magic, you probably blurted out in conversation and conversation casually because you're a moron. Oh, I get it. Yeah, you're right. I'd give it up the moment a spell was cast on me. Let's keep it a secret.
そう言ってもらえると助かります。もっとも、私自身はそう高名なものではありません。バーサーカーに比べれば、数段ランクは落ちるでしょうし、知られたところでどうということはないでしょうが。
She says that she goes so far as to hide the fact that she's wielding a sword. Saber's tone is regretful. I hadn't quite expected that. She seems to have a human side to her, which she let show in revealing how she's frustrated she may be inferior to Berserker as a hero. That doesn't matter. An ace up your sleeve is only value is that it's concealed. I can tell you're trying to be creative since you ended up with such a terrible master. Besides, don't you think Berserker is kind of unfair anyway? There's no reason for you to get depressed about it. And from my point of view, you weren't completely inferior to that thing. You were only slightly inferior to that thing. You were injured pretty bad, but you were holding your own.
そうですね。昨夜不覚を取りましたが、傷が癒えれば違った結果になるでしょう。
I bet. Okay, that's the first topic. What's the other thing you wanted to talk about?
ええ、それなのですが、おそらくこれはもう私たちでは解決できないことです。私たちサーバントはマスターからの魔力提供によって体を維持する。だからこそサーバントはマスターを必要とするのですが。
But that's because I'm a crap master. I don't have enough magical energy to... but because I'm a crap master, I don't have enough magical energy to maintain your body?
違います。たとえ少量でもマスターから魔力が流れてくるのなら問題はないのです。ですが、シローからは全く魔力の提供がありません。本来つながっているはずの霊脈が断線しているのです。
That means... It means that while I'm supposed to be providing Saber with fuel for her engine, so to speak, I'm not. Saber, that
シロー
means...
自身の欠点ではありません。おそらく召喚時に問題が起きたのでしょう。何らかの不手際があって、本来つながるはずのラインがつながらなかったようです。
An error during your summoning? When Saber was called here, it wasn't any sort of summoning. It was an accident. It's no wonder Saber is having these issues and she was summoned that way. Wait, then what's going to happen? If you can't replenish your magical energy, does that mean you're going to disappear soon?
私が持つ魔力を使い切ればこの世界にとどまることはできなくなるでしょう。
That's why we're going to replenish it right now. Drop him.
召喚されてからすでに3回の戦闘を行いました。
I swear I'm not a YouTuber. I'm say so, I promise. Well, as say so as I can be.
私の治癒能力も蘇生魔術ですから、傷を負えば魔力の消費も早くなる。そうですね。昨夜までで成熟した魔術師10人分の魔力は消費したでしょう。
I'm speechless. Every time Saber fights, she loses magical energy, and there's no way for her to replace it. If she's used that much magical energy already, how much longer can Saber stay here?
分かってもらえましたか、マスター。そのため、私は少しでも魔力の消費を抑えなければならない。供給がないのなら、あとは睡眠することで魔力の消費を抑えるしかありません。
Sleep. Does sleeping restore magical energy?
わかりません。ですが最低でも眠っている間は魔力を使わない。ですからこれからできる限りの睡眠を許してほしいのです。常にシロを守ることはできなくなりますが、それも勝利のためと受け入れてほしい。
Ah. I sigh in relief. Thank goodness. I'll give her whatever she asks, if that's all there is to it. Of course that's okay. Rest all you want until things get rough for you. I'd rather you do that if it'll allow you to stay with me longer.
では、今後は頻繁に眠りに入りますが、その間は決して屋敷から離れないように。遠く離れた場所でシロが襲われた場合、私はすぐに駆けつけられない。空間を跳躍するなら話は別ですが、そんな能力を持つサーバントは稀です。もし離れた場所で私を呼ぶのなら、0時のバックアップが必要になります。ですから、できるだけ私から離れないようにしてほしい。
As much as I would like to, I can't readily agree. I can't imagine life with Saber sticking by my... I can't imagine life with Saber sticking by my side all the time, and I do have my own life to live too. I'll try, but is that all you need me to do? If you're asleep, you will...
問題はないでしょう。このようなことはなかったので断言はできませんが、前回も総戦闘数は7回に満たなかった。私が倒さずとも、サーバントはサーバントによって減っていくのですから。
I see. So it doesn't mean everyone has to battle everyone else. If all goes well, it can we can end this war pretty easily. I only hope I need hope I need to fight. The only people I need to fight are those who start doing things no person should. Oh, Shiro. Oh, Shiro. This is a story. You're going to be fighting a lot. I can't imagine all seven I can't imagine all seven would be like that. Even Tosaka who seems eager to fight would still abide by the rules of mages. And as long as the other 5 masters act humanely, I have no intention of fighting them. Yeah, the other masters will totally act humanely. Totally. Saber even said she didn't fight 7 times last time, so no, this time around. Oh, hold on a minute. Last time, fewer than 7 times? Hold on, Saber. Are you telling me you were the Saber last time too? I mean, does that mean you participated in the last Holy Grail War too?
私がこの聖杯の争いに参加するのは2度目です。その時も私はセーバーでした。中には複数のクラス属性を持つ英霊もいるようですが、私はセーバーにしか該当しません。
I'm not going to get into how silly this is, how funny this is in retrospect, giving all our alternate modes and all our alternate or alternate classes in FGO. I remembered something Tosaka said. She said that out of the 7 classes, Saber is the best one. And this girl said that she has been summoned as that class twice in a row. Does that mean last time you stayed until the end?
無論です。前回は今のような制約はありませんでしたから、他のサーバントに遅れを取ることもなかった。
Of course I stayed to the end. You think I'm a fucking weakling, you fucking moron? Saber said this as if it should be obvious. Her statement forces me to realize something. The sword in my possession now is not something I'm worthy of. I don't deserve her. Damn, then you must be really unsatisfied with someone like me as your master.
私は与えられた役割をこなすだけです。聖杯さえ手に入るのであれば、マスターに不満はありません。
Got it. That's a relief, but she used to be fully prepared and incapable. She used to be fully prepared and in capable hands, but she's been injured twice already. All because she couldn't replenish her magical energy. That means she'll constantly have to consider how much magical energy she has left as she fights. And because she needs to fight with all these restrictions in her last battle, she wound up covered in her own blood. The image still haunts my mind. I still see that girl, smaller and slighter than me, being so brutally injured.
シロ、その後悔は余分なことです。
Snap out of it, shithead! Eh? Saber's voice snaps me back to reality.
私も負け知らずだったわけではありません。私は勝ちきれなかったからこそ、こうしてあなたのサーバントになっている。傷を負うことには慣れていますから、あなたが悔やむことなどない。
Used to it. Even if your injuries look like they could be fatal?
ええ、剣を取るということは傷つくということです。それはあなたも同じでしょう。私だけが傷つかないという道理はないと思いますが。
I mean, she's not wrong. Well, yeah, but you're so you're saying you don't mind getting hurt?
それが死に至る傷でなければ、死んでしまってはマスターを守れなくなりますから。
What the hell? So you don't care if you get injured as long as you as long as you protect your master?
それがサーバントの役割ですから。確かにリンの言葉は正論ですね。サーバントを人間として扱う必要などない。私たちはマスターを守るための道具です。あなたもそれを正しく把握するべきだ。
Having said her piece, Saber walks towards the sliding door. There's a room opposite of the screen door. My room has always been big enough for me, so I never used the adjacent room.
睡眠をとります。夕食時には起きますので、外出するのなら声をかけてください。
The sliding door opens quietly, and she slides back shut.
私たちは
Then slides back shut.
マスターを守るための道具です。あなたもそれを正しく把握するべきだ。
The hell kind of logic is that? It pisses me off. But I can't say that aloud, so I just take Saber's word and stand alone, perplexed. I sit at the edge of the veranda and mindlessly look up at the blue sky. I may not be sleeping during the day like Saber, but I still need rest. I'm not nauseous anymore, but I still feel terrible. On top of that, all the unexpected things that happened and are weighing heavily on me. Phew. I take a deep breath, then look blankly out over the yard. I asked about everything I need. I asked about everything I need to know and got answers, but I'm no less lost for it. And yet Tosaka, my senior as a mage, or rather a full-fledged mage, is completely nonchalant about the whole situation.
ねえ、余ってるクッションとかない？あとビーカーと分度器。
She's busy scouring the house for stuff. Take any cushions you want from the guest room. But a normal house doesn't have beakers or protractors.
は？信じられない。魔術師なら実験用具ぐらい置いておくものよ。
Complaining loudly, she turns her head back towards the detached building. Tosaka is really serious about getting herself situated here. And the matter of her staying overnight seems to also be settled. When I peeked into the detached building earlier, she already picked out the best room for herself. She even put up a sign that read, "Remodeling in progress, do not enter." Fine, I guess I won't. Fine, I guess it won't be an issue since the detached building is far away enough. Having Saber around already has me on edge, but if Tosaka were close too, there'd be nowhere for me to relax anymore. The detached building is far enough, and even though it's connected by a corridor, it feels like it's a neighboring house. As long as I keep my distance, nothing bad should happen. Oh, but I guess we'll see each other during meals. And there's only one bath here, so we'll have to decide decide when each of us will use it. Wait a minute, Saber's a girl too, so... Idiot, what the hell am I thinking? I shake my head violently and slump back onto the floor. With what must be the millionth sigh today, I stare blankly up at the sky. I'm getting drowsy. Must be more tired than I realized. Whatever. Just go ahead and close. I just go ahead and close my eyes. Apparently, not caring at all works wonders. The moment I close my eyes, I drift right off to sleep. The next thing I know, the sun has long since set, and Saber and Tosaka and I are gathered around in the living room. I've only just woken up, and Saber is already in the living room, and Tosaka had just finished remodeling her room. By the way, this is what the guest room looked like a few hours ago. But now? This was what I saw after being summoned and for something so trivial. Even Fujini wouldn't have bothered me with it. The room is transformed into this. It's an abomination of fashion, I tell you! I sure know how to pick a teammate. I'm uncomfortable. My house is playing host to not one, but two invaders. I'm all the more unsettled because as I so rarely have guests here. Actually, these two don't even look like they belong in a Japanese-style house to begin with. The time is almost 7 o'clock at night. Everyone is in the living room, just staying quiet and doing nothing. Everyone's in the living room, but staying quiet and doing nothing isn't really good for my mental well-being. If you two don't mind, I want to talk about what we do from here.
ちょっと待って。その前に一つ決めておきたいんだけど、いいかしら。
Sure, what's that?
何って夕食のことよ。シロずっと一人暮らしだったのよね。
Huh? Well, yeah.
なら食事は自分で作ってきたのよね。
Of course, I go hungry if I didn't eat.
さ、なら提案なんだけど、夕食の当番は交代制にしない？これからしばらく一緒に暮らすんだし、その方が助かるでしょ？
You're right. I was thinking about going about my normal routine, but now that you're going to be living here, you'll be like family. You'll be expected to cook, and it'll lift some of the burden from me.
決まりね。じゃあ今日はシロが当番ってことで。もうこんな時間だし、作戦会議は食べてからにしよう。
And tomorrow it'll be Shiro's turn, and the day after that, Shiro's turn, and the day after that, Shiro's turn, and the day after that, Shiro's turn. I'm just running with I'm just probably going to run with Foulmouth Saber and Freeloader Rin. Wait, it's fine and if we take turns for dinner, but what about breakfast? Are we going to take turns for breakfast too?
ああ、朝はいいのよ。私食べないから。
I mean, I kinda sorta get it. I don't really need to eat much for breakfast. For a while, my breakfast just used to be toast. What? Don't be ridiculous. Don't be ridiculous. You won't grow up big and strong unless you eat breakfast.
余計なお世話よ。人の生活スタイルに口を挟まないでちょうだい。とにかく今日の夕食はシロが作るの。ちゃんとした食べ物を出さないと話なんてしないからね。
If you don't make a good meal, I'm just going to find somewhere else to crash. For the life of me, I don't know what set her off, but Tosaka glares at me, irritated. Fine, I'll make something. I'll make something. Saber, you're going to eat too, right?
用意してもらえるのでしたらぜひ。食事は重要な活力源ですから。
Got it. Then you two sit back and behave yourselves. I grab my apron and head to the kitchen. Luckily, there are enough ingredients for a meal for 3. I turn on the rice cooker right when I turned on the rice cooker right when I woke up, so it should be done in about half an hour. I glance toward Tosaka and Saber from the kitchen. Those two look like they would prefer eating Western style meals over Japanese meals. I seriously doubt Saber would like tofu and natto, and to say nothing of Tosaka. I've heard natto is frickin' disgusting. Actually, I don't think Saber would be able to hold chopsticks in the first place. I hesitate for a minute, but there's no point in worrying about this now. There's only a few dishes I can make with the ingredients I have right now. I have tofu. I think for a moment and decide to make deep-fried tofu. So I decided to make a simple tofu and seaweed soup. Since I have some chicken prep, I'll use that to make teriyaki chicken as the main dish. So much for making Western meals. I drain the water from the tofu, season the chicken, and cut the daikon into thin strips to make a crunchy salad. I also grate the daikon to make the sauce and saute some shishito peppers.
今後の方針は決まっているのですか、リン。
さあ、情報がないから何とも言えないけど、 とりあえずは他のマスターを探し出すことが先決かな。残るマスターはあと4人。こっちがマスターだって知られずに探し出したいけど、さすがにうまくはいかないわよね。
I told them to be good, but they're on a pretty disturbing topic. Don't they see I'm busy making dinner for the three of us? They're not even looking over here. Be impressed by my ability to cook, damn it! Tosaka, not 4, it's 5. The only master, as we know of so far, are you and me. I shout my contribution from the kitchen, holding a big frying pot to make the deep fried tofu.
何言ってるのよ。私とシロ、それにイリアスフィールで3人でしょ。あなた、バザーカーのこともう忘れたの？
Oh yeah, I forgot about the little psycho girl. Oh. Right, the little girl is also a master. I completely forgotten about her since Berserker left such a vivid impression on me. But now I remember that little girl as a master too, and she tried to kill us without a second's hesitation.
どうせね、あなたのことだからイリアスフィールを敵だって認識してなかったんでしょ。それはいいから調理に専念しなさいってば。シロの実力がわからないと私が困るんだから。
This is gonna be a score out of 10, and if you score below 5, I'm out of here. I don't know what my cooking skills are going. I don't know that my cooking skills are going to be problematic to Tosaka, but she's right. The food prep's pretty much done, so I need to concentrate on finishing the dishes now.
イリアスフィール、バーサーカーのマスターです。
What a fucking demon child, am I right?
リンは彼女を知っているようでしたが。
まあね、名前ぐらいは知ってる。アインツベルンは何回か聖杯に届きそうになったっていう魔術師の家系だから。
聖杯戦争には慣れているということですね。
でしょうね。他の連中がどうだか知らないけど、イリアスフィールは最大の障害と見て間違いないわ。本来バーサーカーっていうクラスは力の弱い英雄を強化するものよ。理性を代償にして英霊を強くするんだけど、そういった凶暴化した英雄の制御には莫大な魔力を必要とする。例えばあなたがバーサーカーになったら、
このように話をすることもできませんね。協力者としての機能を一切排除し、戦闘能力だけを特化させたのがバーサーカーです。ですがそれは手負いの獅子を従えるようなもの。波の魔術師ではまず操れません。
They're like the fucking booby prize of fucking servants.
でしょうね。そこいらのマイナーな英霊がバーサーカーになった程度でも波のマスターじゃ制御しきれない。だっていうのにイリアスフィールは超一流の英霊を召喚して、そいつをバーサーカーにして完全に支配してた。
Come to think of it, there haven't been any alternatives for Heracles as an FGO. And yet it says here that he can fit in all 7 classes. Even caster. So, I wonder if that'll come about at some point.
悔しいけど、マスターとしての能力は次元違いよ、あの子。
同感です。私たちの当面の問題は、その次元違いの相手に狙われているという現状ですか。
私のアーチャーはまだ戦線に出られるほど回復してない。セイバーはどう？もう傷はいいの？
通常の戦闘ならば支障はありませんが、バーサーカーを相手にできるほど回復はしていません。バーサーカー戦の傷は完治しているのですが、ランサーから受けた傷には時間がかかるようです。
そう。それじゃあやっぱり当面は様子見をするしかないかな。
それについては提案が。アーチャーの目は鷹のそれと聞きます。彼には屋敷の周囲を見張ってもらうというのはどうでしょうか。
That freeloader should fucking do something, for fuck's sakes!
そのつもりよ。あいつには屋根で見張りをさせるから、怪しい奴が近寄ってきたらすぐにわかるわ。この屋敷だって侵入者用の結界が貼ってあるんだし、守りは万全でしょうね。まあバーサーカーに攻め込まれたら逃げるしかないけど。
The two continue their conversation. I don't like it. I'm the one making dinner for them, so I think it's rude for them to talk without me. Besides, Tosaka is too friendly with Saber. Well, I can't really talk about I can't really talk to Tosaka so casually like that. So maybe Tosaka is just talking to Saber on my behalf. Hmm? I see my face reflected in the glass of the kitchen cabinet. My brow furrowed in disapproval. That's weird. Why am I so mad? Okay then. I set out 3 plates and start serving dinner. I head out to the living room. I know this isn't the best topic for dinner. You know, this isn't the best topic for dinner. I loudly smack the tray down in front of Tosaka.
何怒ってるのよ、シロ。料理出しぐらいは手伝うべきだった？
But I don't wanna work. I'm not mad. I just thought you were trying to act aloof around people. I give her a sideways glance. Tosaka seems perplexed. That face! And then she gives me a chilling smile.
協力体制を決めていただけよ。安心なさい。別にあなたのセーバーを取ったりしないから。
Bye, energy. What the? I can tell I'm starting to blush. Tosaka just pointed out why I was so annoyed. Why you?
あら、違った？ならごめんなさいね、エミ役。
You say whatever the hell you want. She just did. I retreat to the kitchen and grab the rest of the dishes. She really got to me. Tosaka is still smiling, and Saber is as expressionless as ever. I'm starting to wonder whether I can survive this partnership. But we go ahead and start dinner. I'm giving her the silent treatment. After what happened earlier, I don't want to talk to Tosaka, and I'm too embarrassed to even look at Saber. Saber eats in silence. Her movements are elegant, and I can't believe she's the same girl who was swinging a sword earlier. And I can't put a finger on it, but... Every time she takes a bite of something she hasn't eaten before, she nods. This is where it all began! It's amusing. Seems to her the way of, it seems to be her way of saying the food is good. Also, it turns out she can use chopsticks properly. Tosaka, on the other hand,
よし、これなら勝った。
the moment she takes her first bite, she clenches her fist and says, "All right, I can do better. I can do better than this."
明日を見てなさいよ、エミヤシロ。
Tosaka's fist trembles with excitement. Dear God, have I done something bad? Okay, so about what you two were discussing earlier. The two raised their heads simultaneously. Wait. I'm already nervous with just one of them around, so having two react in unison and like that is torture. To be a teenager.
さっきの話って何のことよ。
About what to do from now on. You two were talking about about it while I was cooking.
まずは他のマスターを探すということですか。
Yeah, that. I'm just wondering if you have specific plans.
どうするも何も地道に探すしかないでしょ。あ、そうだ。シロ、魔術師の気配ぐらいはわかる？なら話は早いんだけど。
I can't. I didn't know you were a mage, and we've been going to the same school for 2 years.
やっぱりそうなのね。まあそれはいいわ。どうせ他の連中はみんな気配を立ってるだろうし、魔術師の気配からたどる線は無理っぽいもの。セイバーはどう？サーバントはサーバントを感知できるって言うけど。
多少はできますが、あくまで身近で能力を行使している場合だけです。私では半径200メートルほどしか捉えられません。
At least I'm not completely useless like this Pokemon over here, right?
なるほどね。じゃあますます相手の出方を待つか、どこかおかしな場所を探すしかない。マスターが何か行動すればその功績は残るもの。私たちはそれを探り当てるってわけ。
Are you saying we need to search all over town?
いいえ、それはやめた方がいいわ。あっちも網を張ってるから、そんなことしたら一発でマスターだってバレるわよ。とりあえずはこっちの体勢が整うまでは後手に回りましょう。今まで通りに生活してマスターだと悟られないこと。 腕のレイジは他人に見られないように隠しておくこと。できるだけ人気のないところには行かないこと。日が落ちたらすぐに戻ってくること。あとは
And feed me all the food you got!
外出するときはサーバントを連れて行くようにしてください。アーチャーはリンの護衛ができますか？
それぐらいならできるみたいね。霊体にして待機させておくから私は大丈夫よ。問題は
私のマスターですね。
そう。ちょっと聞いてるシロ。外出するときはちゃんとセーバーを連れて行きなさいよ。人目につかないようにするのが私たちのルールだけど、中には昼間っから襲いかかってくるバカがいるかもしれない。 そういう時に備えてセイバーとは一緒にいなさいよね。
Alright, I'll try. My response is pretty half-hearted. I understand why Tosaka would say that, but I hesitate at the idea of taking Saber everywhere. I'm already nervous talking to Tosaka, but Saber makes me even more nervous. Actually, nervous might not be the right word. I'm just bad at talking to Saber. Nothing. Hey, do you want a second helping? Hand me your bowl.
いえ、結構です。実に見事な味付けでした。シロ。
Gosh. I avert my gaze without meaning to. I can't even look her in the eye right now. Who knows how I'm going to feel or what I'll do if we're going to be together all the time.
ああ、でもダメか。セイバーはレーターになれないんだから学校までついてこられない。
学校？シロは学生なのですか？
Yeah, I am. Alright, Saber can't go to school because she's not a student. I guess I'll just have to have her stay at home while I'm at school.
学校に行かないということはできないのですか？シロ。
Hey Leilani, welcome to the stream. How's your day? I mean, it's not like you got much of a fucking education anyway, Shiro. Running with this gag. I can't do that. I should live my life like normal. So I need to go to school. Besides, school's safe. There's not a lot of places with so many people.
ですが。
大丈夫よセイバー。学校には私だっているんだから、もしもの時はフォローするわ。
I'm good. And if I keep saying, and I keep saying nothing will happen.
わかりました。マスターがそう言うのでしたら従います。
Saber doesn't look convinced, but she still nods in agreement. Night falls. Tosaka looks like she's prepared herself a bath. She's prepared herself a bath. Then I was cleaning up while I was cleaning up after dinner. Honestly, she's acting like she owns this place right from the start. She does now. I live in South Africa. I need to make clear who's boss around here, or things are going to be real tough for me in the future. Easier said than done. I get the sense seizing the initiative is going to be really hard. Cool. Speaking of difficulties, there's another person who will be a source of my headaches. Actually, Saber is probably my bigger obstacle. Tosaka can be reasoned with, but Saber seems completely impossible to convince, no matter what. Saber, I know you're not a bad person, but Saber's back in her room. Tosaka's probably back in her own room in the detached area of the house. I'm the only one in the living room. There's still time before bedtime, so I should probably talk to Saber a bit more. Honestly, I'll need to overcome my awkwardness around her, or else I'm going to suffer for it. Whether she's a servant or not, she's still a girl and younger than me. What happened to my tracking? Nothing, just tracking's for some reason at 0 right now. Oh, probably because it's getting darker. There we are. I'm sure I could learn a lot about her if we talked. Plus, I'll need to get used to her or Tosaka never going to stop looking down on me. or Tosak is never going to stop looking down on me, and that's a problem. I don't want that, so I should work on talking to her more casually. I'm back to my own room. The room next to mine, separated by a single sliding door, is Saber's room. Saber, are you awake?
起きています。何かありましたか？マスター。
I was just about to get some fucking sleep, shithead. Saber slides the door open. I try to get the hammering in my heart under control. No, as she comes near. Calm down. I'm only going to talk to her as a master. Thanks. The emotes were made by a friend of mine. I need to get some more emotes at that point, but I don't really have the money to use on that at some point. Also, I'm going to start updating my my setup soon.
Shiro, 顔色が優れませんが、傷が開いたのですか?
No, that's not it. I'm feeling all better. Actually, how are you doing?
はい、問題はありません。今の状態では完治まで時間はかかりますが、このままでも平均値はクリアしていますから。バーサーカー以外の相手ならば互角に渡り合えるでしょう。
I mean, you see this guy? That's a problem right there. If you mean how much I paid for them, they were roughly $90, but I paid for them through that friend's throne. I didn't sense any pretension from her. She is simply stating the truth. I don't have any response to give. Saber's words may be encouraging to a master, but I still don't want a delicate-looking girl like her to fight. I want to ask you something. Don't you have any goals other than fighting? Since you're here in the modern world, aren't there things you'd like to do?
他の目的ですか? そのようなことはありませんが、サーバントは戦うためだけに呼び出されたものです。それ以外の目的など余分なだけだ。シローの発言はひどく的が外れています。
I figured. I'm trying to tell someone not to fight when it's their only reason for being here. It's not that I wanted to tell her that, but it's just that Saber lacks humanity. That might be enough if fighting is all she's going to do, but she's right here. But she's right in front of me, looking like an actual human being. So it doesn't feel like. So it doesn't feel right for her to just fight. If Saber is going to be here, she should at least do something she enjoys, or it'll all seem like it was in vain. I got 6 emotes, I think. Yeah, 6. Though her usual rate was for 5, she gave me one for free. Hey Saber, servants are supposed to be heroic spirits from the past, right? Then I'd been about to ask her what she was like before she came before she came who she is now, but I stopped myself. What she was like before she became who she is now, but I stopped myself.
私の真名は教えられません。
During the day, Saber said that was going to be a secret between that was going to be a secret between two of us. So I wouldn't be surprised if Saber refused to tell me anything about her past.
シロ、言いかけてやめるのはよくありません。必要な質問なら答えますが。
No, forget about it. I was just about to ask a dumb question. I avert my eyes and try to change the topic. It really was a stupid question. I thought I wasn't interested in Saber's identity, and Saber has been refusing to tell me because it's not safe. Bringing up something like this would just prove I'm a bad master, dwelling on unimportant stuff. But what else can I talk to her about then? If I can't ask anything about Saber, the only other topics left would be me. That would be even more pointless. I'm grasping at straws here. Leilani, I'm going to give you a warning on this one. No soliciting, please. If you're going to solicit me, I have to assume you're a scammer, and then you will be banned. If I can't ask about her identity, I'll just have to ask about what Saber likes, what Saber likes, what she likes to eat for breakfast, what she wants to eat for breakfast tomorrow. I don't care if she's going to look at me funny. I'm ready to ask all the futile questions I want.
シロ、あなたから質問がないのなら、私から尋ねていいでしょうか。
Yeah, sure. What is it?
昨夜のことです。シロは私を助けようとしてバーサーカーに打ち倒されました。それは覚えていますね。
I do, but what are you trying? Are you going to keep belittling me, like you had this morning? I get that it was a rash. I get that it was a rash decision on my part. So don't remind me. It makes me feel sick.
それは私も同じです。ですがこれはあなたという人間を知るために聞いておくべきことだと思う。
Again, no soliciting. If you're an artist, you're welcome to share your art. You're welcome to share your artwork in my Discord, or like post it on your social media. Be free to create all the art you want and share it. But if you go around soliciting people, I have to assume you're a scammer, and you will be banned. This is an ironclad rule, and I will not tolerate it. Because I have been approached by so many scandals. Not scandals, scammers. I have a command to my Discord right there. You can go to you can get to it through the commands. Are you not able to see it properly?
Shiro, あなたはなぜバーサーカーに向かったのです。近寄ればどうなるか、シロには分からなかったのですか。
Well, Of course I knew. I knew getting near that thing would definitely be the end of me. Still, I tried to save Saber without, I tried to save Saber not out of foolishly optimistic belief I could. I just tried to save her. I didn't care about what would happen afterwards. Saving Saber was my top priority in that moment. If anything, the fear of not being able to save Saber was greater than my fear of being killed. Sorry, I forgot why. It all happened so fast, so I don't really remember what happened, what I was thinking at the time. I was probably just rattled. Otherwise, I wouldn't have made such a suicidal move. Rather than tell her the truth, I just say something to try and get myself out of the situation. I probably did it because of how seriously Saber was looking at me.
つまりただ自然に私を助けようとしたのですね。
It wasn't unwitting. It wasn't unwitting. I told you I was rattled. If something like that had happened again, I'm sure I would. I'm sure I would just be quaking.
そうですね。それが正常な人間です。自らの命を無視して他人を助けようとする人間などいない。それは英雄と呼ばれた者たちでさえ例外ではないでしょう。ですからそんな人間がいるとしたらその人物の内面はどこか欠落しています。その欠落を抱えたまま進んでは待っているのは悲劇だけです。
She's just going for the jugular there. Her deep green eyes are trying to tell me something. And yet... Cut it out, Saber. I told you I was just frazzled. Well, I'm scared to die too, so it's not like I can act like a saint. If something like that happened again, I'm going to prioritize myself over you. I try to mask my anxiety by just spouting a bunch of heartless crap.
それはよかった。私の思い違いなら問題はないでしょう。ええ、確かにシロは臆病です。道さえ間違えなければ、きっと正しい魔術師になれる。
Hey, do I really look like a coward to you? Fuck yeah, you do!
ええ、とても。置かれた状況を受け入れるために努力するあたりが特に。そういった賢明さを時に臆病というのです。恐れを知らない者は賢者になれないのと同じですね。
Okay, Leilani, I have given you warnings. I have told you no soliciting, and then and now you suddenly give me messages with obviously the intent of soliciting. I am sorry, no more chances. You are banned. And with that, I am going to take a bio break. Give me a sec, guys. Sorry about that. Had a sudden thing I was trying to take care of, and it was taking a while. I will extend stream for about 15 minutes more. She seems relieved. Saber even smiles as she says this. It must be because of how lovely and elegant everything she does is. I can't think of anything else to say, so Saber and I spend the rest of our time alone in my bland room. And then night falls. I did not talk to Saber or Tosaka in the other room, and nothing much happened until it was bedtime. It's 11 now. The lights in the house are off, and everyone inside goes to sleep prepared for the upcoming day. I can't sleep. I'm still lying on my side, eyes wide open. This is my room. I should be sleeping, but it feels completely different now. Damn, why can't I... It's quiet, but I hear Saber's breathing in the next room. I know. Of course I can hear the sound. I can hear sound coming from the next room if it's quiet. And since I can hear her breathing, I find myself imagining Saber's sleeping form. Damn it. How the hell can I fall asleep in this situation? I can't just stay in this whole bed of needles situation forever. I sneak out of my futon, trying not to wake Saber up. Thank goodness. I thought Saber would notice, but I guess not. Thank goodness. I thought Saber would notice, but I guess not. Unless she's she's a deep sleeper. I question whether she can really protect or master this way, but there's no immediate danger. If servants are linked to masters, she should probably wake up immediately if her master is in danger. Tosaka seems to be asleep. The lights in the detached building are out. She's either just that defiant, or maybe she's naturally adaptable. Because Tosaka managed to blend in here in just a day. Well, honestly, it does help having her around. Yep, she's a handful, but she is helpful. One bit of evidence of that is the bandage wrapped around my hand. Hide my command spells, huh? I never would have thought to do that if it hadn't been pointed out. The command spells masters bear appear somewhere on their arm. Mine appear on the back of my left hand. Clothes won't work to hide it, so I use bandages, even if it looks a bit awkward. It's wintertime, so I wear some long sleeves to hide it. Tosaka has hers on the opposite hand from mine, around the middle of her right hand, or somewhere around there. The shape of the command spells differ for each master, and I don't think I'll ever see Tosaka's command spell. Silence falls over the shed. This is where Lancer cornered me yesterday, and where a saber appeared. The entrance is still open, and it's pitch dark inside, as if to repel anyone who might try to enter. But this darkness is familiar to me. I used to play here when I was young. If I feel it to be my real room, it's quiet. If I feel it to be my real room, it sits silently under the wintry night sky. I step inside. After closing the door to shut out the cold, I turn on the stove. I thought I would take a break today, but I shouldn't. The old man would be rolling in his grave if he knew I was skipping my training 2 days in a row. I sit down in the middle of the shed and take a deep breath. I should train, no pauses. Magecraft is a mental discipline to me, so I shouldn't skimp on my training for no good reason. Breathe in. I begin my training by getting my breathing under control. The usual images pop into my head. The image of a sword drifts in my empty mind. I try to ignore it and clear my head. As soon as magical energy runs through my body, I begin my usual training. My strengthening magecraft succeeded for the first time in years when I was attacked by Lancer last night. I need to recreate the same feeling before I forget, or else it'll have been for nothing. Trace on. I close my eyes halfway and release the air from my lungs. That's all I can do for now. As I concentrate, everything fades away. The Holy Grail War, Saber, Tosaka. If I allow my thoughts to slide into nothingness, any immature hesitation will fall away and I'll finally get a good night's sleep. Five, new life. I feel the warm glow of the sun. I wake up, my head hazy, to the sensation of cold air on my cheek. Must be a draft. Huh? I'm in the shed. I get up and shake my head 2-3 times in an effort to wake myself up. All right, I just fell asleep like this. After my nightly routine, I train after my nightly routine, training to fortify my senses, I I must have been too lazy to go back to my room. From how light it is, it must be before 6. Crap, I need to get breakfast ready. I fold my blanket up, pick up the broken shard as my failed strengthening attempt from my failed strengthening attempts last night, and head back to the house to wash my face. So cold. The moment I step outside the shed, I realize just how chilly it is out. Miyama is typically warm, even in the winter, but the temps here on the mountainside still get chilly. And I wash my face with ice cold tap water, which finally gets my mind going. All right, I'm completely awake now. Once my mind's woken up, all the things I'd rather not be thinking about, like my current situation, come rushing back. All right, I don't have time to putter around washing my face. The time is 5:50. There's a ton to do, but first I need to head back to my room and check on Saber. Yeah, I did leave my room without telling her. I should at least explain myself. I wouldn't want to upset Saber. Going to the shed in the middle of the night it is a ritual for me, so I'm sure she'll understand as long as I explain myself. Once I talk to Saber, then I should start making breakfast. Tosaka said she doesn't eat breakfast, so I just need to make extra for Saber. Oh, I should go buy some more ingredient. I should go buy more ingredient, and now that I'll be cooking for more people, I should write that down before I forget. Forget? Huh. I have this nagging feeling that I'm forgetting something really important. Oh crap, it's already 6. I need to hurry or I won't make it. Well, if I can't remember what it is, it's probably not important. I slowly open the door. The room is just as I left it. There's no sign of Saber waking up in the middle of the night and searching my room. It doesn't seem like she noticed I snuck out. Well, that's a letdown. I thought Saber would have noticed. Unless she was just in that deep of a sleep because she requires a lot of rest. Alright, maybe that's what she meant when she said she needs to sleep often. And she's sleeping as close to me as possible so she can rush right over if something does happen. Whatever the case, it shouldn't make much of a difference as long as I'm in the compound. The bounded field would detect any enemy intruders. I should be able to defend myself for at least for a moment, which should give Saber enough time to get to me. Yeah, and the shed has plenty of places for me to hide. Anyway, I don't think I'll get scolded for what I did last night. I thought I would explain myself to Saber, but that doesn't seem to be necessary now. I'd hate to wake her up if she's still sleeping. Saber, I'm going to prepare breakfast. I'll make some for you too, but you don't need to get up if you're still sleepy. I'll come back, so keep resting if you need to. After speaking softly to her, I head out of my room and as quietly as I can. There's nobody in the living room. I open the refrigerator and plan out what I can make for breakfast. And then...
朝早いのね、あんた。
Tosaka walks in, looking obviously cranky. Tosaka, what's going on? Did something happen?
別に朝はいつもこんなだから気にしないで。
Don't talk to me until I have my fucking coffee. Tosaka staggers through the living room like a drunken ghost. Hey, are you okay? Your eyes don't look right.
だから気にしないでって言ってるでしょ。顔でも洗えば目が覚めるわ。ここからだとどう行くんだっけ？脱衣所って。
Check that hallway. If you're just going to wash your face, there's a washroom in the hallway near the entrance.
ああ、そういえばあったわね、そんなのが。
I don't know much about, I don't know how much she heard, but Tosaka just waves a hand and walks away. And then, the doorbell rings, announcing the guest's arrival.
誰か来たけど。
I hear Tosaka's voice from the hallway. Oh, don't worry about it. The only people who ever come at this hour are family. It's gotta be Sakura. It's gotta be Sakura. She has a spare key, so I don't need to go. So I don't need to go to the door. Honestly, I keep telling Sakura she doesn't need to ring the bell. Sakura's like family, so she can just come in and without bothering about the doorbell. But she's always polite enough to ring the doorbell to let me know she's here. I think that's one of the good things about Sakura, but one of these days she's going to wear herself out from pointlessness. Hold on. Sakura is here. Crap! I run through the hallway. Being angry at my own stupidity is going to have to wait. Right now, I need to rush to the entrance and send Sakura home before she runs into Tosaka. But it's too late. At the entrance, Tosaka is greeting the guest, even though I didn't ask her to, and... Sakura looks surprised. Sakura stands at the entrance and Tosaka is in the hallway. The two of them are staring at each other, and their hair growing intense.
おはようマトウさん。こんなところで顔を合わせるなんて意外だった？
Tosaka looms in the doorway, appearing to look down at Sakura.
まさか先輩。
Sakura is utterly bewildered. She looks up at Tosaka, fear in her eyes. This is bad. I can't manage to get a word out. The two of them ignore me as they continue to stare at each other. There's no room for me to butt in here. The only thing I can do right now is to try and think of how to explain the situation to Sakura. But before I can open up with a good excuse...
先輩。これはどういう。
Sakura looks over to me, almost begging for help. Yeah, it's kind of a long story.
長くならないわよ。単に私がここに下宿することになっただけだもの。
God damn! Tosaka's response is extraordinarily blunt. She just cuts me off and gets right to the point.
先輩、本当なんですか？
The short answer is yes. Things happened and now Tosaka is going to be staying here for a while. Sorry for not telling you this earlier, and sorry you got blindsided first thing in the morning.
謝らないでください先輩。確かに驚きましたけど、そんなのはいいんです。それより今の話、本当に。ええ、これは私とシローで決めたことよ。家主であるシローが同意したんだから、もう決定事項なの。
Good lord.
この意味、わかるでしょ、マトウさん。わかるって何かですか？今までシローの世話をしていたみたいだけど、しばらくは必要ないってことよ。来られても迷惑だし、来ない方があなたのためだし。
Sakura looks down and falls silent. And after a chilling silence...
わかりません。はい？
That look in her eyes, damn.
私には遠坂先輩のおっしゃることがわからないと言いました。ちょっとさくら、あんた。お邪魔します先輩。お台所お借りしますね。
Sakura bows to me and walks into the house. She heads towards the living room, heading right past Tosaka and flatly ignoring her. Tosaka just stands there, aghast. I'm no different. And I've never even seen Sakura act like that, and I don't know what to say. Well, that comes as a surprise, but it isn't the only one. Hey, Tosaka, how did you know Sakura always came here to my house? I never told you she came by and helped me to help me out with housework. Well, you see, I'm a stalker, and I have no idea.
ああ、それなら前にちょっと小耳に挟んだだけよ。ただの偶然。それより驚いたわ。あの子、ここじゃあんなに元気なの？学校とじゃ大違いじゃない。
Tosaka must be really surprised, given how annoyed she sounds. Which means Tosaka knows Sakura pretty well at school. Sakura seems to know Tosaka too, and the two of them appear to have a good senior and upperclassman relationship. Appear to have a good senior and upperclassman and underclassman relationship I was unaware of. But that aside, actually, I'm surprised too. I've never seen Sakura so snappy before. Sakura is no different here than she is at school. I'd say we just saw. I'd say what we saw was out of the ordinary.
そう シロの口から説明させればよかった。
I love how she would have immediately dumped it on us. Like, not explain it on her own. She would have dumped it on us and let us handle it. Obviously. Compared to Tosaka's merciless explanation, I would have handled that a lot better. But what's done is done. And what do you mean this is bad?
そりゃまずいでしょう。これからこの家は戦場になるかもしれないのよ。だから私たち以外の人間を寄せつけないようにってさくらをたしなめたのに、あれじゃあ逆に追い出すのが難しくなったじゃない。
That was you being harsh? I thought you were just bullying her.
そこ、なんかつまんないこと言った今。
I was just being honest, but what should we do about Sakura? At this point, she's not going to leave easily.
そんなのなんとかするしかないでしょう。で、さくらが来るのは朝だけ？それとも夕食もこき使ってるの？
The way she words that! Stop trying to make it sound bad. Yes, she comes every morning, but not as often for dinner.
そう。それじゃあ、これからは毎日になりそうね。
Yep. Huh? Every night? For what? God damn it, Shiro. As I tilt my head in confusion, Tosaka sighs in disbelief. Soon after, Tosaka remains in the living room while Sakura begins preparing breakfast in silence. I was a little worried about leaving Tosaka and Sakura alone in the same room, but I'm not stupid enough to forget about Saber. It seems like Sakura is mad about Tosaka being here, so things will just get worse if Saber comes out too. Which is why I decided to explain the situation to Saber. So there you have it. Sakura, the girl who's here is named Sakura, but she's an ordinary girl, not a mage or anything, and so we can't have her getting... But she's an ordinary girl, not a mage or anything, so we can't have her getting dragged into the Holy Grail War. If possible, I'd like her to stay away from the house for a while without not ever knowing why. What the hell? I didn't come here to consult her on how to get Sakura away from here. Anyway, Sakura's acting real strange this morning. Tosaka's the reason, but I don't want her upset. I don't want to upset her even more. Well, you see, Sakura's surprised because some strangers here, so she'll get even angrier if she sees you here. Am I being rude or something, Saber?
いいえ、シロの言いたいことはわかります。つまり、私はここで待機していればいいのですね。
I understand. I understand you got girl problems, you fucking coward. Yeah, I really appreciate that. I'll come back for you right after I see Sakura off, so you can eat breakfast then. Saber nods quietly. I'm so glad Saber is so understanding. Okay, I'm worried about what's happening in the living room, so I should hurry back. What's up, Saber?
はい。そのようなことを私に説明する必要はありませんが、もう少し落ち着くべきです。先ほどからシロの言動は破綻しているかと。
Am I panicked?
でも、今に戻るのでしたら、その前に気を落ち着けることです。
Calm down, you fucking moron! Saber's advice is given in her usual tone. And breakfast begins like usual, like nothing happened.
どうぞ先輩。遠坂先輩もいかがですか？
Sakura hands me a bowl of rice. She's acting like her usual self. I don't know what happened while I was gone, but the tension between the two of them seems to have dissipated, at least on the surface.
じゃあ、お言葉に甘えて。
Tosaka hesitates a little before accepting a rice bowl. Sakura smiles and she put bowls of miso soup, egg omelet, and other dishes on the table. Tosaka watches the table filling up, looking utterly flummoxed. Tosaka, I thought you didn't eat breakfast.
用意されたものは食べるわ。当然の礼儀でしょ、それって。
I'll take food for free. Well, as long as you're okay with it, then let's eat. Then let's eat. Sorry I made you get everything ready, Sakura.
いえ、これが私の仕事ですから気にしないでください。じゃあ、まったくいい身分だこと。後輩に朝食作らせるなんてどこの王侯貴族なんだか。まあ、それはおいおい問い詰めるとして、いただきます。いえ、これが私の仕事ですから気にしないでください。じゃあ、私もいただきますね。
The three of us bow politely and begin breakfast. Damn, nobody's talking. I guess the mood isn't that tense. Our breakfasts are usually pretty light on conversation. Sakura and I aren't really all that talkative, so it's no shock meals are so quiet. But why does breakfast feel so chaotic every day? Wait a minute. I get another nagging feeling.
先輩、お魚の味付け濃かったですか？
That's not it. But I have this bad feeling like I'm forgetting something. What could it be? I try to convince myself that it's probably not important since I can't remember, but I feel like that's a terrible mistake. I'm gripped by the sense of dread, like I'm ignoring a fatal disease or something. Oh well, I bet it's not that big a deal. I try to just shove the thought from my mind as I go back to eating. Just then... Oh... Right... Fujini comes bursting in. I forgot. How could I have forgotten this? I guess I tried to forget my problems rather than deal with them. Fujini satiates herself in a normal spot. Meanwhile, Ren, best friend. I'm really running hardcore with the freeloaders Ren thing. The two greet her in unison. Sakura hands her a rice bowl with her usual smile. Fujini takes the bowl and tilts her head in confusion. She senses something strange, but doesn't know exactly what it is. It's nothing. It's certainly not the extra goal standing right there. Fujini quietly chews her food. And after finishing a whole bowl of rice, she leans over to whisper in my ear. She's going to stay here for a while starting today. I stick to the facts. She just takes that. Yeah, she's a strange one. The way she is at school, she's like a wolf in sheep's clothing. Fujini seems to accept this and takes a big gulp of her miso soup. she needed to eat more of her food before it started to register, okay? The table suddenly flips violently. Luckily, Sakura is sitting out of the path of the flying food, while Tosaka already moved away, apparently predicting what was about to happen. So I'm the one who ended up splattered. Yeah, that's hot. What the hell, Fujini? Don't you realize there's hot soup, piping hot rice, and scorching meatballs in a pot? And you burn me if you spilled those on me. Hey, why are we having food from a hot pot breakfast anyway?
同い年の女の子を下宿させるなんてどこのラブコメだい。私はそんなタチの悪い冗談じゃ笑ってやらないんだから。
Who wants to tell her? I was asking to make. I wasn't trying to make you laugh, and ow, this really stings. I'm actually getting burned here. Sakura, get me a towel. Thanks. Well, I found the chicken meatball in my shirt, and it's friggin' hot.
タオルはあと。そんなことより申し開きしなさいしろ。あんた本気でそんなこと言ってるの？
Of course not. You know I don't like to kid around about these things, right? Anyways, Tosaka is staying here. Complain all you want, but it's already been decided, so there's not much point.
そんなの大却下。何のつもりか知らないけど、ダメに決まってるでしょ。同い年の女の子と一緒に暮らすなんて、そんなのお姉ちゃん許しません。
Definitely no one tell her about that one. Fujini roars. Well, that went about how I expected. Fujini's my guardian, and is also a school teacher. I don't think I'm getting out of this situation with 100 whacks from a wooden sword, or even 100 cuts from a real one. But unfortunately, I have to find a way to live with this. Can you just let this go? I'm not doing anything wrong, and Tosaka and I aren't in that kind of relationship. It's just, we kind of ended up in this situation by accident, and I'm letting her use one of the rooms here for now. She's not even willing to listen. This is bad. I guess she's not as easy to convince as I thought.
先生、下宿は許しませんとおっしゃいますけど、私はすでに一泊してしまったのですが。
Tosaka is so casual about how she puts it. Her words seem to be like cold water dumped over Fujini's head. That face.
ですから、昨日止めさせていただいたんです。いえ、正確には土曜の夜からお邪魔していますから2泊でした。今は別棟の客間を借りて荷物も運んであります。どうでしょう先生、客観的に見て私はもう下宿している状況なのですが。
The color drains from Fujini's face.
シロ、あんたなんてことするのよ。こんなことキリツグさんが知ったらどうなるかわかってるの？
What he would have thought? My old man would have definitely been happy about it. Something about the man's worth or whatever.
同感。キリツグさん、女の子にはとことん甘い人だったからな。それが遺伝してるんでしょ、シロのバカ。
Fujini grabs my collar and shakes me. Well, my old man did always teach me to protect girls. I'm not as chivalrous as my old man was, but I still agree. Even so,
何？助け舟出してほしいの？
guys have it pretty tough though. Because of my chivalrous upbringing, I do have to keep in mind that, cold-hearted as she is, Rin is still a girl. I beg you, I can't get out of this myself. I need your silver tongue here. I nod in Tosaka's direction while Fujini shakes me.
オッケー。それじゃあサクッと解決しますか。藤村先生、エミヤ君を振っても出るのは悲鳴だけですから、そのあたりでやめてあげてください。それに下手をすると朝ごはんまで出てきかねません。
何よ東坂さん、そんな真面目な顔したって怖くないんだから。教師として、何より四郎の教育係として東坂さんの下宿は認めません。
Fujini takes her hands off of me and turns towards Tosaka. It must be her feral instincts kicking in. She must have thought Tosaka would pounce on her if she kept her full attention on me.
それはなぜでしょうか。うちの学校には下宿している生徒も少なくありません。生徒の自主性を伸ばすのが我が校の方針ではありませんでしたか？
何よ、難しいこと言ったってダメなんだから。大体ですね、こんなところに下宿したって自主性なんて芽生えません。ご飯は勝手に出てくる、いつも綺麗、お風呂は勝手に沸いてるっていう夢のようなお家なんだから。こんなところに居候してたら堕落しきっちゃうわよ東坂さん。
She's just coming up with every reason. Fujini. It hardly seems appropriate coming from a teacher.
それにね、原則として下宿していい生徒は家が遠い生徒だけよ。東坂さんのお家、確かにここより遠いけど登校できない場所じゃないでしょう。さくらちゃんだってあっちから通ってるんだから、下宿する必要なんてありません。
それが今うちは全面的な改装を行っているんです。
I mean, if it's not, it should. Oh wait, didn't Audra clean up the room?
古い建物ですからそこかしこにガタが来てしまっていて、改装が終わるまではホテルで暮らそうと考えていたのですが、偶然通りかかったエミヤ君に相談したところ、それはお金がもったいないからうちを使えばいいと言ってくれたんです。
You won't believe how many devilishly handsome guys in red with dark skin and white hair crash through my roof every week. What?
それは確かに白っぽい発言ね。
はい、あまり面識のないエミヤ君からの提案には驚いたのですが、確かにホテル暮らしなんてもったいないし、何より学生らしくありません。それなら学友であるエミヤ君のお家にご厄介になった方が勉強になると思ったのです。
Plus I get free food, then I don't have to do jack. Don't listen to that last part. Tiger really does make some of the best faces in this game. Fujini groans. Tosaka's answer and mannerisms are textbook. There's no room for Fujini, teacher that she is, to object.
話はわかりましたけど、それでも問題はあるでしょ。東坂さんと四郎は女の子と男の子なんだから、一つ屋根の下で暮らすというのはどうかと思うわ。
どうかとはどんなことでしょうか、先生。
だからね、東坂さん美人だし、シロもなんだかんだって男の子だし、間違いがあったら嫌だなって。
何も間違いはありません。 私の部屋は別棟の隅。エミヤくんの部屋は蔵の近くにある和室です。距離にしてみれば20メートル以上離れているじゃないですか。ここまで離れていれば何も問題はないと思いますが。
Alright, I gotta go for a food break. Give me a bit, guys, and I'll extend the stream for however long I'm gone. Alright, I'm back. Looks like I was gone for around almost 18 minutes. So we'll keep it at around half an hour. I owe you guys.
Mm, 別棟には鍵もかかるし、違う家みたいなものだけど。でしょ？それとも藤村先生はエミヤくんを信用していないとでも？先ほど先生はエミヤくんの教育係だとおっしゃいました。ならエミヤくんがどのような性格かは私より藤村先生の方がご存知だと思います。彼、失礼ね。シローはちゃんとしてるもん。絶対女の子を泣かせるような子じゃないんだから。でしょ？それとも藤村先生はエミヤくんを信用していないとでも？先ほど先生はエミヤくんの教育係だとおっしゃいました。ならエミヤくんがどのような性格かは私より藤村先生の方がご存知だと思います。彼がそのような間違いを犯すというのでしたら私も下宿先には選びませんが。なら安心でしょ。私もエミヤくんを信用していますから。ここなら安心して下宿できると思ったのです。
She played you like a fiddle. Fujini starts losing steam. Check and mate, Tosaka. There are a few things Fujini could have responded to, but I'm sure Tosaka would have no trouble talking her way out of them. Anyway, it looks like Tosaka has officially gained citizenship in this house. My freeloader status is secure. And then breakfast ends. As expected, Fujini gave up after Tosaka talked her down. In the end, we agreed to keep our living arrangements secret from the school while Fujini would supervise us at home. With that decided, Fujini really got excited knowing that there were going to be more people in the house, and she left for school in a good mood. After breakfast ended, I called out to Saber before I leave for school. Saber, calm as always, says,
学校ではリンの指示に従うように。危険が迫った時は私を必要としてください。それでマスターの異常は感じ取れますから。
She returns to her room. It's time to go to school.
それじゃあ行きましょうか。この辺りの道は不慣れなんだから学校までの近道ぐらい教えてよね。
Rin Tosaka is in her school uniform, standing next to me. My image of her as an honor student is fading, but she still makes me nervous when I see her in her uniform. Just going to school with the prettiest girl is nerve-wracking enough, but on top of that... Sakura's coming with me too. Sakura typically goes to school with Fujini because she's a member of the Kyoto Club. But this morning, Sakura stayed put in the living room, helping and clean up after breakfast, and waited for me to go to school.
何？さくらに鍵持たせてるの？シロってば。
I did. Sakura has never done anything bad, and she's been a big help to me all this time. So with all that in mind, I can't give you a spare key, but that won't bother you, right?
それは構わないけど、どういう意味よそれ。
But I won't be able to get to the fridge freely when we get home. You do bad stuff. You probably don't even need a key anyway. I'm not foolish enough to make something so unnecessary.
はあ、そうですか。ええ、シロの言う通り、これっぽっちもいらないわよ、そんなもの。
Tosaka turns her head, huffing. Maybe I'm just getting used to her, but I'm starting to find these mannerisms of hers fascinating. Huh? What's wrong, Sakura? If you're done locking up, let's go. We got Tosaka this morning too, so I want to get to school early as possible.
そうですね。先輩がそう言うのなら、そうします。
Sakura's reply is pretty unenthusiastic, and she trails behind us. This isn't good. Sakura has seemed down ever since Tosaka convinced Fujini to back off. Fujini might have consented, but I have a feeling Sakura isn't convinced. I probably need to talk to her. Yeah, I should find a way to give these two time to get along and be friends. The sloped road is packed with students. It's 7:30, which is the busiest time for students getting to school. Among the flock of students, I stand out, and I can feel everyone stares since I'm pretty famous. I'm in pretty famous company. Maybe she forgot something, but Tosaka seems to be quiet the entire time. What's wrong, Tosaka? You've been acting weird ever since we reached the hill.
やっぱり変？今朝の私。
No, you're not odd, but your behavior is.
先輩、その説明は矛盾してます。遠坂先輩が聞いているのはそういうことじゃないと思いますけど。
Shh! We're avoiding the question! Huh? Then what was Tosaka asking?
ですから遠坂先輩は周りから見られているからどこか自分の姿がおかしいのではと思ってるんですよね。そうだけどやっぱりさくらから見ても変？おかしいな。今朝は眠いながらもちゃんとブローしたし制服だってシワ一つないと思うんだけど、やっぱり慣れない家で寝たもんだから目にクマでもできてるってわけ？
What are you yelling at me for? It's not my fault you couldn't sleep, and even if that's why you got bags under your eyes, it's no big deal. Just forget it.
何失礼なこと言ってるのよ。女ってのは生まれた時から自分の身だしなみを気にするものなの。もう今まで外見だけは完璧でいいよって繕ってきたのに、それも今日でおしまいってことかしらね。
Again, why are you yelling at me? I don't know what's going on here, Tosaka, and it's definitely not my fault. Take your frustrations out on someone else, on someone or something else.
違いますよ、遠坂先輩。先輩は今日も綺麗です。みんなが遠坂先輩を見ているのは私たちと一緒だからです。先輩、今まで誰かと投稿したことなんてなかったから。何？その程度のことでこんな扱い受けるわけ？侮れないわね。10年も通ってれば学校なんてマスターしたつもりでいたけど、謎はまだ残ってたわけか。
Tosaka ponders this seriously. Hold on, what kind of person ignores someone telling them they're as beautiful as always? You really don't get it, do you? Of course people will notice if you come to school with someone, especially if that person is a guy.
ねけど登坂先輩そういうの気にしない人なんです。だから今まで浮いた話一つなかったんですよ。
Huh, that's good to know. That means there's only been one victim who was taken in by her appearance and suffered the consequences. I whispered that part to Sakura, and we walked a bit behind Tosaka, who still looks puzzled. We walked through the school gate, stairs following us the whole day. I only need to endure the stairs a little longer, since we will all be separated once we get to the school building.
朝から頭痛いのがやってきちゃってまあ。
Tosaka mutters to herself as we head toward campus. Following Tosaka's gaze, I see a familiar face pushing his way through the crowd of students.
Sakura!
Worst person ever! Sakura shivers at the sight of him. Shinji acts like he doesn't see us. Instead, he makes a beeline for Sakura and says,
どうして道場に来ないんだお前僕に断りもなく休むなんて何様なわけ
Shinji raises his hand. Instinctively, yo, Shinji, working hard first thing in the morning, huh? I grab his hand and greet him.
エミヤお前そうかまたエミヤのうちに行ってたのかさくら
You know you do have junk. And I can make sure you don't have them anymore.
先輩のところにお手伝いに行っていました。けどそれは
後輩としての義務だってまったく泥臭いなお前は勝手に怪我したやつなんて構うことないだろいいからお前は僕の言う通りにしてればいいんだよ
Fuck you, you fucking asshole! Shinji huffs as he lowers his hand. I have no reason to hold on to his hand if he's not going to hit Sakura, so I let go.
しかしなんだねそこまでうちの邪魔して楽しいわけエミヤさくらは弓道部の部員なんだからさ無理やり朝練をサボらせるような真似しないでくれないかな
I don't have a response to that. Having Sakura come to my place to make breakfast does hold her up in the mornings.
そんなことありません。私は好きで先輩のお手伝いをしているだけです。兄さん、今のは言い過ぎなんじゃないですか？
言い過ぎだってそれはお前の方だよさくらエミヤが一人住まいだからなんだって言うんだ別に一人でいいって言うんだからさ一人にしてやればいいんだよエミヤみたいなの
兄さん、やだ今のはひどいよ
言い過ぎだってそれはお前の方だよさくらエミヤが一人住まいだからなんだって言うんだ別に一人でいいって言うんだからさ一人にしてやればいいんだよエミヤみたいなのはそっちの方が居心地がいいんだからさ
I want to hurt him so bad.
まあいい今日でエミヤの家に行くのはやめろよさくら僕が来いって言ったのに部活に来なかったんだそのくらいの罰は受ける覚悟があったんだろ
Sakura gasps and freezes. Shinji tries to grab Sakura and pull her away, but the instant he does...
おはようマトウ君。黙って聞いていたんだけど、なかなか面白い話だったわ、今の。
遠坂、お前なんでさくらといるんだよ。
別に意外でも何でもないでしょう。さくらさんはエミヤ君と知り合い、私はエミヤ君と知り合いだから今朝は3人で一緒に登校してきたんだけど、気づかなかった？
エミヤと知り合い？
ええ、きっとこれからも一緒に学校に来て一緒に下校するぐらいの知り合いだから、さくらさんとも付き合っていこうかなって思ってるわ。
エミヤとだって。
Shinji glares at me. It might be my imagination, but I feel a murderous intent from him that goes way beyond just animosity. And while I haven't been getting along with Shinji lately, I don't remember doing anything that would make him resent me anywhere near this much.
そんなバカな。冗談がきついな、遠坂は。君がエミヤなんかと付き合うわけないじゃないか。ああ、そうか。君、勘違いしてるんだろう。そりゃ確かに、ちょっと前までエミヤとは友達だったけど、今は違うんだ。もうエミヤと僕は無関係だから、あまりメリットはないんだぜ。
You are just the worst slime.
そうなの？よかった。それを聞いて安心したわ。あなたのことなんてちっとも興味がなかったから。
Whoa there. I feel bad for Shinji. No, no, no. Let her cook. If I were in his shoes, Tosaka's words would be traumatic enough. I probably wouldn't recover for a good while.
お前。
それとマトウ君、さっきの話だけど、弓道部の朝練は自主参加のはずよ。欠席の許可が必要だなんて話は聞いてないわ。そんな規則、私はもちろん綾子や藤村先生も聞いてないでしょうね。
うるさいな。兄貴が妹に何をしようが勝手だろう。いちいち人の家の事情に首を突っ込むな。
それは同感ね。だからあなたもエミヤ君の家のことをあれこれ言うのは筋違いじゃない？まったく、こんな朝から校庭で騒がしいわよ、マトウ君。
I'm just soaking in the moment. I'm soaking it in. Shinji suffering. Shinji retreats a step, still glaring at Sakura and me in the process.
わかった。今朝の件は許してやる。けどさくら、次はないからな。今度何かあったら、その時は自分の立場ってやつをよく思い知らせてやる。
Or I could hit you in the face with a fucking bat. If you even try to do anything like that. How's that sound? Shinji heads towards the school building after making his pronouncement. He turned tail and ran after Tosaka gave him such a dressing down.
ごめんなさい先輩。兄さんが失礼なことを言ってしまって。
Sakura is apologizing not just to me, but to Tosaka as well.
朝からいい運動になったわ。頭のギアがスパッと上がったし、ようやく調子が出てきたもの。口喧嘩好きなのよね、私。
Let her cook! Let her cook!
それに謝るのは私の方だし、ちょっとやりすぎだったわよね、今の。あいつだって立場があるんだし、ほら、みんなの前でああいうのってしちゃダメだって言うじゃない？マトウ君が落ち込んでたら後でフォローしてあげて。 これに懲りずにまた突っかかってきてもいいって。兄さんが懲りていなければまたお相手をしてあげてください、先輩。
Relieved, Sakura smiles cheerfully. Tosaka seems suddenly bashful and looks away.
先輩もできれば怒らないであげてください。兄さん、先輩しか友達いないから。
Frankly, that's one more than he deserves. I know, it's probably impossible for me not to get mad, but I've known Shinji like that. Shinji is like that since forever. I can see us getting close again at some point, but I'll take baby steps with him.
はい、よろしくお願いします、先輩。
Sakura quickly bows. Yeah. The only thing I get really mad at Shinji about, is the way he treats his sister like crap.
それじゃあ先輩、今日も一日頑張りましょうね。
Sakura heads to the first year floor. Tosaka and I climb the stairs to the second year floor. Hi! And run into the student council president.
なぜに遠坂と一緒にいるのか、エミヤシロ。
あら、おはよう竜道くん。朝からハウアとはご挨拶ね。
目覚めから嫌な予感がしたが、まさか案件殺とはな。いいからこっちに来い、エミヤ。遠坂の近くにいたら毒が移る、毒が。
Issei tugs on my arm, hard. Tosaka looks at Issei and me without a word and walks towards Class 2A as if nothing happened.
行くがいい。誰も止めはしないからな。
Tosaka suddenly passes by, but then...
シロ、昼休みに屋上。
She whispered that to me, and so Issei won't hear. It's lunchtime. After seeing Tosaka and me in the morning, Issei hasn't been speaking to me. He hasn't been treating... he's been treating me like a traitor. I guess I went too far. I feel just a bit of regret. Issei interrogated me about why I was with Tosaka this morning, and my response was, "We got close over the weekend." That was not a great idea. I expected Issei's next set of questions to be about how we got close, but before I could even explain further, Issei staggered away. Well, I guess that works to my advantage, since I need to do things alone for a while. Having fewer people involved will make things easier. Anyway, the first thing I need to do is... hold on, is this a divergent thing? Kinda, sorta. We get, it wouldn't divulge to a new story, obviously, and this obviously doesn't lead to a bad end. But we get a point if we get plus 1 point to Rin, and if we have lunch with her, and minus 1 point to her if if we have lunch with Sakura instead. If we explain everything to Sakura instead, we go meet Tosaka. I promised to meet Tosaka. It may have been her dictating to me, but she's probably has something to talk about. I buy lunch and head to the rooftop. The rooftop is typically packed with other students when it's warmer, but it's deserted in the winter chill. Although winter in Fuyuki is comparatively warmer, the rooftop gets unbearably cold. So the only people exposed to the cold wind are myself and... Tosaka shivering in the shadows. So I am late. I felt bad, so I brought you something to make up for it, but I guess you don't need it. I show her a warm canned coffee I bought, and I put it back in my pocket. I accept all free stuff, regardless of what it is. I did it because I felt like it, and come on, and go a little further over there. It's windier over here, and people might see us. I hand her the canned coffee, and I head toward the back where I won't be seen. We won't be conspicuous here, and there's no way anyone from the fourth floor would see us.
私インスタントならミルクティーだから。それ以外はありがたみがランクダウンするから注意するべし。
Got it. If I remember next time, that is. So why'd you call me here? Considering we're meeting and where there's nobody else around, I assume you want to talk about you know what?
当然でしょ。私とシロの間で他にどっちの話があるっていうのよ。
Yeah, you're right. So what's up?
何よ、ずいぶんクールじゃないあなた。
Well, it's cold. I want to make this short. Are you cold too, Tosaka?
そんなわけないでしょ。私だってさっさと要件だけ済ませるつもりに決まってるじゃない。
Yep, I figured. I was just stating the obvious. She's so she really doesn't need to yell at me like that.
まあいいわ。それじゃあ担当直入に聞くけどシロ、あなた放課後はどうするつもり？
After school, I really don't have any plans, honestly. I need to help out the student if I need to help out the student council, I'll help. But if not, I'll go to my part-time job. Why are you looking so confused? If you have something to say, just tell me. I'll try to address it.
まったく、あなたがどうなろうと私は構わないんだけど、まあ一つだけ忠告してあげるか。今は協力関係なんだし、シロは魔術師として未熟すぎるから。
It's not like I care or anything, baka. That again? I'm sick of hearing how inexperienced of a mage I am. I'm actually sensitive about that, so don't bully me.
いじめてなんていないわよ。ただシロが学校の結界に気づいてないようだから未熟だって言ってるの。
What? Abandoned field at the school? Hold on, abandoned field at school. Does that mean...
まさかも何も他のマスターが張った結界だってば。かなり広範囲に仕組まれた結界でね。発動すれば学校の敷地をほぼ包み込む。種別は結界内にいる人間から血肉を奪うタイプ。まだ準備段階のようだけど、それでもみんなに元気がないって気づかなかった？
Now that she mentions it, I felt it's a little strange 2 days ago. But was that why? But that means there's a master at school?
そう、確実に敵が潜んでいるってわけ。分かったエミヤ君、そのあたり覚悟しておかないと死ぬわよあなた。
My relaxed demeanor fades and I tense up. So do you know who the master is, Tosaka?
いいえ、当たりはついてるけどまだ確証が取れてない。まあうちの学校にはもう一人魔術師がいるってことは知ってたけど、魔術師イコールマスターってわけじゃないから。あなたみたいな素人がマスターになる場合もあるんだし、断定はできないわ。
I'm still a mage and not a complete amateur. And hey, hold up! Did you just say there's another mage at the school?
そうよ。けど、そいつからマスターとしての気配は感じないのよね。真っ先に調べに行ったけど、霊樹もなければサーバントの気配もなかった。よっぽどうまく気配を隠しているなら別だけど、まずそいつはマスターじゃないわ。だからこの学園に潜んでいるマスターはシロみたいに半端に魔術を知っている人間だと思う。ここのところさ、微量だけど私たち以外の魔力を後者に感じるのよ。それが敵マスターの気配ってわけなんだけど。
But it's not enough to track. A master who's not a mage, huh? You must be very sure if you're bringing it up. I believe you, but I didn't know there were so many mages in our school.
そんなにって私とその子だけだって。魔術師ってのは家柄を大事にするでしょ。こんな狭い地域に2つの家系が根を張った場合、どうしても好意になるものなのよ。
Is that what happened? But I didn't know. But I didn't know anything about your family.
エミヤ君ちは特別。エミヤ君のお父さん、教会から離反した一匹狼だったんでしょうね。たまたまこの町が気に入って根を下ろしたんだろうけど、冬木の町はうちの管轄だからさ。私たちにバレたらもらうものもらうことになるし、それが嫌で隠れてたんじゃないかな。
Well, what the heck do you mean and about taking everything from him? That should be by taking everything from him.
気になる？それは将来、シロが一人前になったら取り立てに行くから期待してて。
Geez, what a facade you put up. Some honor student you are, you imposter.
あら、いけない？外見を飾るのだって魔術師としての義務でしょ。ほら、私は遠坂家の跡取りだし、火の打ちどころのない優等生じゃないと天国の父さんに顔を合わせられないのよ。
What? Your father?
ええ、私が子供の頃死んじゃった。ま、十分長生きしたから天寿は全うしたんだし、別に悲しんだりはしてないけど。
Tosaka smiles, as if saying that is just how it goes when you're a mage for when you have a mage for a father. But that's a lie. You're sad when someone dies. All the more if that person is your parent. Saying that it can't be helped because someone is a mage is no excuse to just gloss over it.
まあ、そうね。エミヤ君の意見は反論できないぐらい正しいわ。
As she says that, Tosaka opens up the canned coffee she's been using as a hand warmer until now. She drinks her coffee in small sips. I expected her to take a big gulp, honestly, but she's pretty feminine when it comes to things like this.
話を戻すけど、ともかく冬木の町に魔術師は2人しかいないの。他のマスターは外からやってきた連中か、魔術をかじった程度でマスターに選ばれたっていう変わり種でしょうね。
Is that so? So according to Tosaka, I'm quite the irregularity. I got that, but if there's a master who barely started learning magecraft, they probably wouldn't be able to create a bounded field like this one.
マスターが貼ったんじゃなくて、サーバントが貼ったのかもね。サーバントは自分のマスターを選べないもの。シローみたいなマスターに当たってしまった場合、サーバント自身がいろいろ策を練るしか勝機はないでしょ。
Probably. I hate to think of it that way, but I can't argue.
はい、素直で結構。で、結界の話に戻すけど、この結界はすごく高度よ。ほとんど魔法の領域だし、こんなの張れる魔術師だったらまず自分の魔力を隠しきれない。だから間違いなくこの結界はサーバントの仕業だと思う。
The works of a servant? That must mean the master isn't as dangerous.
まさか魔術師にしろ一般人にしろ、そいつはルールが分かってないやつよ。マスターを見つければまずまっすぐに殺しに来るタイプの人間ね。
Huh? Not know the rules? The rules of the Holy Grail War?
違う、人間としてのルール。こんな結界を作らせる時点でそいつは自分ってものが分かってない。いいシロ、この結界はね、発動したら最後結界内の人間を一人残らず溶解して吸収する代物よ。
That's a terrifying thought.
私たちは生き物の胃の中にいるようなものなの。魔力で自分自身を守っている私たちには効果はないだろうけど、魔力を持たない人間ならわけもわからないうちに衰弱死しかねない。一般人を巻き込むどころの話じゃないわ。この結界が起動したら学校中の人間は皆殺しにされるのよ。わかる？こういうふざけた結界を準備させるやつがこの学校にいるマスターなの。
My vision blurs momentarily. I take a deep breath so I can make sure I fully comprehend what Tosaka is trying to say. But it stops there. I attempt to imagine the worst possible outcome, even if my imaginings may fall short, and I keep an image deep within my heart, and accept as the position I've been placed in. I get what you're trying to say. So, Tosaka, can't we try to destroy this bounded field?
試したけど無理だった。結界の規定は全部探したんだけど、それを消去できないのよ。私にできるのは一時的に規定を弱めて結界の発動を先延ばしにするだけよ。
So as long as you're here, the bounded field can't fully be formed?
そう願いたいけど、それも都合のいい願いでしょうね。もう結界は張られていて、発動のための魔力は少しずつ溜まってきている。アーチャーの見立てだとあと8日程度で準備が整うとか。そうなったらマスターかサーバントかどちらかがその気になれば、この学校は地獄になる。
Then before that happens...
この学校に潜んでいるマスターを倒すしかない。けど探すのは難しいでしょうね。この結界を張られた時点でそいつの勝ちみたいなものだもの。あとは黙ってても結界は発動するんだから、その時まで表には出てこない。だからチャンスがあるとしたら
When they come out, right?
ご名答。まあそういうわけだから今はおとなしくしてなさい。その時になったら嫌でも戦うことになるんだし。 自分から探し回って敵に知られるのもバカらしいでしょ。
The metallic sound of the school's bell rings out across the frozen rooftop. Lunchtime is over.
話はそれだけ。私は寄るところがあるから家には一人で帰って。寄り道は控えなさいよ。
And be sure to make me food. Tosaka leaves with a casual bye. This doesn't feel right to me. Learning that masters may attack other masters is enough to make me anxious, but a bounded field around the school? But now there's a possibility that innocent people might get dragged into this too. That's not what masters do. That's what a mass murderer does. So I need to find whoever set this bounded field up before it's activated, find them and destroy them utterly. I shake my head, trying to ignore the words that pop into my mind. I never wished for this. Wishing for bad guys to show up so I can defeat them is not what I do. The end of the day homeroom ends, and students start to file out of the classroom. What? Normally, I go to the school council room, but I decide to go home since Tosaka told me to. The gate is still locked. Oh, right, it's been a while since I came home this early. I usually help out doing odd jobs or go to a part-time job, so it's rare for me to come straight home from school. I usually find the gate locked and Sakura get the gate unlocked and Sakura preparing dinner inside. I've gotten used to that. I've gotten used to that after a year. I've forgotten how important and coming home early can be. Even the simple act of opening a locked gate makes me realize how thankful I should be for Sakura coming here. I'm home. I step inside the hallway as I call out. The moment I enter the living room, I see the blonde girl.
帰ったのですね、マスター。
For a split second, as I see Saber, I feel like I've been hurled into a dream or some sort of fantasy.
シロ、今帰ってきたのではないのですか？
She calls my name in a quiet voice. I finally come back to reality. Oh, Saber, sorry you surprised me, popping up so suddenly like that. Just for an instant, I mistook her for a normal girl rather than Saber.
私はマスターの指示に従ってここに待機していたのですが、間違っていましたか？
Oh no, I just got confused. Don't worry about it. But how are you feeling, Saber? You said you were going to sleep a lot, so does that mean you're...
起きていても支障はありません。いえ、可能な限り戦闘時以外は眠っていた方がいいのですが、それでは勘が鈍りますから、定期的に目覚めて体を動かしていなければ、いざという時に動きが鈍ります。
Which is fair, honestly. Got it. You have a point there. You get a headache if you sleep all day, and I'm sure you're not sleeping because you're sleepy.
そうですね。眠りを必要とする疲れはありません。ですがシロ、あなたは眠りすぎると頭を痛くするのですか？
Don't you? People don't typically do well if they sleep a good chunk of the day. In any case, I'll get woken up by a headache, so I can't sleep for more than half a day.
不思議な話ですね。私はそのようなことはありませんでした。今も昔も眠ろうと思えばいくらでも眠れますし。
That doesn't sound particularly efficient, Saber. Sleeping all day would be a waste. Wouldn't it be more fun to wake up and play if you weren't sleepy?
そうですね。確かにその方が無駄はありません。
Right? You may have been forced to do that because you're with me, but once your contract with me ends, you should go back to your normal lifestyle and cycle. It may not be my place to say, but if this becomes a habit and you sleep all day, people might start thinking you're lazy. Shiro, are you thinking about what you're saying right now? To whom you're saying it to?
それはすでに手遅れかもしれません。私は皆にそう思われていたかもしれない。
She thinks about it and furrows her brow. I thought this was just idle chit-chat, but Saber doesn't really seem to get jokes. We move into the living room. Saber looks like she wants to know what happened today, so I decided to tell her about the bounded field at school Tosaka warned me about.
そうですか。学校に集まる人間を生贄にするつもりなのですね。そのマスターは。 そうですか。学校に集まる人間を生贄にするつもりなのですね。そのマスターは。
To be blunt, probably, yeah. Tosaka says it needs more time, though.
それほど大規模な結界の完成には時間がかかる。学校の校舎というものは封鎖しやすい建物ですから。おそらく神殿に見立てた祭壇なのでしょう。 それだけの規模な結界を完璧に起動させるには早くて10日は必要です。
10 days. I felt something strange 2 days ago, on Saturday. So that would mean we still have about 8 more days. That lines up with Tosaka's estimate.
その結界が生贄を集めるものであれ、守りを固めるものであれ、完成させては厄介です。 それまでに結界を張ったマスターを見つけ出せれば良いのですが。
Yeah, Tosaka said it would be challenging, but it should be easy to identify someone if they're lurking in the school. We need to do everything we can to find them and make them stop the bounded field. The chances of being someone of them being someone from the school is pretty high, considering where they set up their bounded field. A student or teacher. Starting tomorrow, I'll search the school as thoroughly as I can during lunch and try to find anyone suspicious. Other than that, I need to figure out what kind of servant they have with them. Then again, we'll only learn that once we found them. Then the only other thing I can do now is think about the servants I've encountered already. Saber's awake, so now's my chance to ask her about them. Okay then. Okay, so... yeah, it's just a different conversation with this one. So we can ask about Lancer, we can ask about Archer, or we can ask about Berserker. Going with my Greek heritage. Although I am part Celtic, in a sense, and part of my mother's family is from, it's weird. I'm partly my mother's side of the family partly comes from Ireland, I believe, and from Norway. So I do have some Celtic blood, sort of. That giant. I should ask about the servant and to overwhelm Saber, Berserker. According to Saber and Tosaka, he's likely the strongest servant, if only in battle. Saber, what would happen if you fought against Berserker again? Would you be able to win with me as your master? I'm Saber's greatest weakness. So I ask whether she is able to demonstrate her full potential just because she formed a contract with an inexperienced master like me.
それは違う、シロ。たとえあなたが成熟したマスターであろうと、バーサーカーが強敵であることは変わりません。この問題であなたが自らの未熟を責めることはない。
That may be true, but it doesn't change the fact that you have a lot of limitations placed on you. So let's say that you are at your full potential.
いいえ、私が万全であろうと、バーサーカーを倒すことは難しい。いいえ、どのようなサーバントであれ、あの巨人を追い詰めることは不可能かもしれない。シロ、あの夜の戦いを覚えていますか？バーサーカーはリンの魔術を難なく弾きました。彼には私のような大魔力は備わっていない。
Yeah, he just tanked that shit.
あれはただ肉体の強度のみでリンの魔術を無効化したのです。
I did see that, but is that surprising? That just means Berserker's body is tough, right?
違います。バーサーカーはリンの魔術に耐えたのではなく弾いたのです。この違いは大きい。
The magic could not penetrate the gains.
攻撃に耐えたというのなら、その箇所を必要に狙えばいつか鎧は砕け散るでしょう。ですが弾いたのなら別だ。リンの魔術はそもそもバーサーカーに届いていなかった。
Come on. Didn't reach. Does that mean he nullified magecraft like you do?
はい。ですが先ほど言ったように、バーサーカーは大魔力のスキルを持っていない。となると、彼の宝具が魔術を弾いたとしか思えない。これは憶測ですが、バーサーカーの宝具は鎧です。それも単純な鎧ではなく、概念武装と呼ばれる魔術理論に近い。おそらくバーサーカーには一定の水準に達していない攻撃を全て無効化する能力がある。私の剣リンの魔術が通じなかったのはそのためでしょう。バーサーカーの正体がギリシャの大英雄であるのなら、その能力はほぼ A ランクです。彼に傷を負わせたいのなら、少なくとも彼と同じランクの攻撃数値を用いなければならないと思います。
An attack of the same rank, does that mean...
はい。言いにくいのですが、通常攻撃であろうと宝具であろうと A ランクに届かない攻撃は全て無効化されるでしょう。あの巨人を倒したいのなら、少なくとも A ランクの通常攻撃力とそれを上回る宝具が必要になってきます。
I close my eyes and remember Saber's abilities. Saber's strength. Her normal attacks are rank B, and her noble phantasm is rank C. Unbelievable. If what Saber's saying is true, there's no way we can even hurt Berserker, let alone defeat him. Wait a minute. Aren't the standards for strength and noble phantasms measured differently? Even if their ranks are low, aren't noble phantasms powerful weapons? So if you converted strength, wouldn't it at least be rank A?
はい。宝具と通常攻撃では比べるべくもない。宝具の C ランクは通常能力に変換すれば A ないし A プラスに該当します。ですが、バーサーカーを守る断りは物理的な法則外のものです。あれはたとえ世界を滅ぼせる宝具であれ、それが A ランクに届いていないものならば無力化するという概念です。
Then the next time we're attacked will be our last. We'll die.
いいえ、どのような英霊であろうと必ず弱点が存在します。少なくともバーサーカーは対上レベルの攻撃手段を持っていない。襲われたところで一撃で全滅するという事態は避けられる。私の傷が感知すれば対等の一騎打ちが可能です。その間にシローは撤退できますし、何らかの援護をしてもらうことで勝算が見えるかもしれない。
So ultimately, retreating is what I have to do, huh? So until then, we need to find out Berserker's weakness. So Saber, what is an anti-fortress attack?
宝具の攻撃力のことです。一騎打ちで進化を発揮する対人宝具、団体戦闘で猛威を振るう対軍宝具、そして一撃で全てを消する対上宝具。
And then there's like anti-world noble phantasms. It gets nuts.
宝具は大きくこの3つに分類されます。
I see. Anti-army and anti-fortress attacks. Just from their names, sound like giant missiles. They'd wipe out Tosaka and me in an instant. Luckily, Berserker doesn't have any attacks like that.
ですが、その欠点を補うのがマスターです。イリアスフィールは膨大な魔力の塊だった。彼女が卓越した魔術師であり、バーサーカーが彼女の守護に徹するのなら、私はシロを守りきることができないでしょう。
I see. Berserker isn't our only concern. Master and servant are one. I am Saber's weakness in that regard too. So, about the other
待って
servants.
ください、シロ。屋敷の門を人がくぐりました。
What? You can sense something like that? Oh crap, it's already so late. This is bad. Sakura must be back. The doorbell rings, and from the front entrance, I hear Sakura's voice. I'm coming in. Saber, sorry,
黙って
but
います。部屋に戻っていますから、私のことは気にせずに。
Saber goes back to her room. Almost as if switching in with Saber.
ただいま。感心感心。ちゃんと先に帰ってたわね。
Tosaka walks in, laden with shopping bags.
お邪魔します先輩。珍しいですね。先輩がこんな早くから帰ってきてくれるのって。
Sakura walks in, smiling happily.
よし、準備は完璧っと。それじゃあ始めるとしましょうか。
Tosaka psychs herself up with the head and heads to the kitchen.
先輩、お夕飯の支度なんですけど。
You don't have to worry about it since it's Tosaka's turn today. You prepared breakfast for us, so leave dinner to us. She and I will handle dinner while Tosaka is staying here.
はい、先輩がそう言うのならそうします。
Sakura quietly sits down. I hear a fiery, boisterous sound coming from the kitchen, but I see nothing of Tosaka. I guess I can trust her. She won't burn the house down, right? I should stay in my room until dinner is ready, considering Saber's waiting there. I'm going to rest in my room. If Fujini comes, tell her she should prepare the bath. She should prepare the bath herself for a change.
どうぞごゆっくり先輩。ご飯の支度ができたら呼びに行きますね。
Yeah, by the way, don't forget to knock when you come into my room. It's a little before 6 o'clock. I figure dinner will be ready around 7 o'clock. I return to my room and find Saber sleeping in the room next door. Bummer, I thought I could talk to her a little more. I click my tongue with disappointment and sit down. Wait a minute, what am I thinking? There's nothing I can talk to her about apart from the Holy Grail War. Besides, I don't know how to act around Saber. Oh well, if she's asleep, I'll just let her rest. I mutter to myself and stare at the hands of the clock. Last night, Saber and Tosaka and I ate dinner. But today, Sakura and Fujini are in the mix as well, making it 5 people. Oh, actually, Saber can't join. As long as Fujini and Sakura are around, I can't have Saber come out of her room. I wonder if Saber ate breakfast. Last night, Saber was nodding while eating her dinner. Based on her behavior, it's not like she doesn't need food. I didn't prepare lunch for her, so she must be hungry. Once Fujini and Sakura go home, I should warm up dinner for Saber. She'll have to eat alone, but there's nothing we can do about that. It's just... imagining Saber eating by herself is making me mad.
シロ、起きてる？
Tosaka knocks on my door and peeks her head in. Tosaka, what's going on?
何って夕食なんだけど。できたから来て。
It's already time. It's already that time. I pick myself up and glance toward Saber's room and head into the hallway.
来た来た。ほら見てよこの料理。なんと遠坂さんは長らく不在だった中華料理ができる人だったのだ。
I also had Chinese today. Maybe that's a portent for Sunday. Fujini dances excitedly around the table, which is laid out with dinner. Now that she mentions it, it does look all to be Chinese dishes today. All look to be Chinese dishes today. 4 big plates decorated the table. Crab meat with egg omelet, shredded beef with the green peppers, a vegetable stir fry, and some fancy meat I've never seen before. And for some reason, a plate full of steamed shumai. Salad is being served on individual plates for everyone, and the setup seems to have been thought out. It's pretty extravagant. Fujini loves it. This is a surprise. I thought I thought you would make something Western.
本当は洋風を考えてたそうですよ。けど中華料理は誰も作らないって言ったら、なら私が作るって。
Why would she set out to do something no one else does? Hey, Sakura, you and Tosaka came home at the same time. Did you two go shopping together or something?
はい。遠坂先輩、弓道部が終わるまで待っててくれたんです。それで帰り道がてら、2人で買い出しに行ってました。
I had no idea. Looks like you two are closer than I thought.
そうですね。遠坂先輩とは学校でもよく話してましたから、私のどこが気に入られたかわからないんですけど、入学した頃から親切にしてもらってます。
Huh. So Tosaka really is a nice upperclassman.
おしゃべりはいいから早く食べよう。私もうお腹ペコペコだよ。
Freeloaders unite! Fujini sits down excitedly.
だってさ、二人も早く座ったら。中華物って冷めると犯罪的にまずいんだから。
Fujini sits down after she tells us to do the same. Oh, Tosaka sits down as she tells us to do the same. I sit down and without a word. Everyone bows and thanks Tosaka for cooking and then starts eating. Whoa! I hate to admit it, but it's good. I never cooked Chinese food because I've always thought it all tastes the same, but Tosaka's dishes make me realize it had all just been bias on my part, and I find myself regretting that.
うわすごいすごい。こんなにご飯を美味しくさせる料理は久しぶりだよ。遠坂さんに100点をあげましょう。
ありがとうございます。先生のように素直に感想を言ってもらえると私も嬉しいです。はい、私も中華を見直しました。辛いのって苦手なんですけど、すごく美味しいです。
Sakura looks pleased, seeming to enjoy the food too. After seeing everyone's happy faces, Tosaka... She turns to face me, her face triumphant. What, you look like you have something to say.
別にみんなに気に入ってもらえてよかったなってまあ若干一名素直じゃないのがいるけど、それはそれで楽しいからよしとしましょう。得意分野で負けちゃった気持ちはわかるし。
God damn, she's going for the jugular. I get it. You made me cook dinner last night because you wanted to assess my cooking.
はい、今日の教訓は手の内は常に隠しておくでした。
Tosaka returns to her food, looking exceedingly pleased with herself. Dinner is a bit livelier than I expected. Sakura and Tosaka are acting like good upper and underclassmen, and Fujini is now completely on Tosaka's side. Well, I have no complaints about getting to enjoy a good meal. There's no complaints, but I can't feel unreservedly good about sharing a meal with everyone here. I stand up.
何しろトイレ？
No, I just forgot something. I'm going to bring them out now, so wait. The moment I step out of the living room, I lock eyes with Tosaka, who's looking at me silently. I just didn't think it was right. That's why. I didn't like the fact that I was making her sit alone, even though she's living with us. So without really considering the consequences of my actions, I take her hand.
シロ、突然何をするのです。
You're gonna meet the family! Just come with me. I'm going to introduce you to everyone.
正気ですか？待ってください。それは。
What are you doing, you fucking idiot? I'm bringing you out because I am thinking straight. Come on, let's go. We can deal with whatever happens after.
シロ。
I'm still dragging her along by the time we reach the living room. Sorry, Tosaka. Can you add one more plate for her? Tosaka doesn't object, But Fujini and Sakura are looking at Saber in confused astonishment. I know it's a little late, but I want to introduce her to you all. Her name is Saber. I'm going to be taking care of her for a while. As you can see, she's a foreigner and not used to living in Japan, so please help her with that. The fact that their portraits are in black and white here. The two don't react. It's understandable, but I can't really find it in me to care right now. Come on, sit over there, Saber. It's better for you. It's better when you eat with everyone.
それは確かに効率的だとは思いますが、私は
There's no need to be bashful. You're going to be living with us from now on too. If we're going to live together, we should eat together too.
シローがそう言うのでしたら、私は従うだけですが。そんなのダメ
My ears! My ears are ringing.
一体どうしちゃったのよ、シローってば。遠坂さんだけじゃなく、こんな子まで連れ込んじゃって、いつからここは旅館みたいになっちゃったのよ。
2 days ago? Or would it be 3 days? It should be 3 days ago now, I think. What? It's fine. This place is as big as a hotel anyway, so it's not a big deal to give up a room or two. If you're okay with Tosaka staying here, then Saber should be fine too.
いいわけないでしょ。遠坂さんは認めるけど、そんな得体の知れない子なんて知らないもん。一体どこの子なのよ、その子は。
Who? She's a distant relative. I don't really know the details about what happened to her, but she came here looking for help from my old man.
そんな作り話信じられない。大体ね、仮にそうだとしても、どうしてエミヤの家に来たのよ。キリツグさんに外国の知り合いなんているはずだ。
She can't say that with confidence, and she knows it. My old man traveled constantly, so he probably had more friends from other countries than in Japan.
ないとは言い切れないけど、それにしたっておかしいわ。あなた、何のためにここに来たのよ。
With that, well, that...
シロー、黙ってなさい。セイバーさん、私はあなたに聞いてるんだけど。
Saber is silent. I don't blame her. Saber doesn't really have a backstory, and she's not cunning enough to go along with my lies.
私はキリツグの言葉に従っただけですから。
I guess she does.
キリツグさんがシローを頼むって？はい。あらゆる敵からシローを守るようにと。
Ever so quietly, Saber says it with such straightforwardness and clarity. There's no room for anyone to protest. And even if it was a lie, it will become the absolute truth in Saber's mind. Even Fujini can't argue with her, but... She stands up with a frown and glares right at Saber.
そこまで言うんなら腕前を見せてもらうんだから。
Fujini drops the sauna all out of nowhere. Okay, after this scene, we're going to end stream, and with the sound of whooshing wind, Fujini takes us outside. And then she takes a bamboo sword, a shinai, hanging on the wall, and continues glaring at Saber. Okay. What the hell is Fujini thinking?
あなた、シローを守るって言ったわね。なら少しは覚えがあるんでしょ？私に剣を持てというのですか？そうよ。あなたが私より強かったら許してあげます。けど、 弱かったら家に帰ってもらうからね。
Well, Saber's got this in the bag.
構いませんね。それはどういった理屈でしょうか。シローを守るのは私だもん。シローが一人前になるまで私がずっとそばにいるんだから。
Saber doesn't seem to fully comprehend what Fujini's intentions are. Then again, none of us do.
だから私より弱いやつはいらないの。
あなたが私より強いって言うなら私より頼りになるでしょ。それなら少しはシローを任せてもいいわよだ。
Fujini swings her shinai around with a pout.
わかりました。あなたを納得させればよいのですね。そうよ。けど私を納得させるのは大変なんだから。
No sooner has Fujini said that, that she practically leaps forward, rushing towards Saber, brandishing her shinai. Whoa, Fujini, this is ridiculous. She goes in for a surprise attack, even though she hasn't even given Saber a shinai yet. This tiger has no business calling herself a teacher. She's going to pull something like that. Saber stands there in a daze, taken aback by Fujini's surprise attack. Fujini swings for her body. The graphics for this.
あれ
Fujini tilts her head in confusion. Well, yeah. We're all dumbfounded, and we're just watching, so it must be the stranger, like the mystery of the Hanging Gardens of Babylon for Fujini, since she's the one who experienced it firsthand. Saber's still standing. The only difference is she's now holding the shinai Fujini had in her hand and in a heartbeat had in her hand a heartbeat earlier. I don't know if this is for real, but it definitely happened. Saber isn't even holding the shinai. She took in ready position. Fujini is frozen in her tracks right in front of Saber. Fujini is a kendo expert whose skill is supposedly unmatched. The experience probably made clear to her that Saber is on a completely different level.
構えろというのでしたら構いますが、そこまでしなければわからない腕ではないでしょう。
Fujini staggers back and drops to her
勝
knees.
負はつきました。認めてもらえましたか。
Fujini slumps her shoulders and droops her head low. Just when I think she's about to retreat quietly. Fujini starts to cry so loud it hurts our ears. Unfortunately, that's where I have to end. The stream. Like, goddamn, we still haven't even gotten into the meat of the Holy Grail War yet. All right, so yeah, we made quite a bit of progress today, though we're still not in the actual fight. We just now know that there's a master in the school. So no, we're going to be dealing with that, preferably within the 8-day time limit. So let us set up a raid. Yeah, let's raid Robin. It's been a while. All right, so thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. If you like my stuff and you haven't already, please leave a follow. It helps me as a small VTuber. I upload all my stuff on YouTube, and you can also check my socials down there. So, tomorrow we will continue Hollow Knight, and we're probably going to try to go for upgrades. So I hope to see you there. So thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you all on the next one. This is Metis Balaska signing out.